Sybil. Could be worse. Could wake up as a half-orc hunter without a name. That would be much worse than just waking up as Sybil.
I agree.
I hate that the first thing that came to my mind was originally, what was it? A horse with no name.
No. Just no.
Maybe a little.
I mean, it's either that or a boy named Sue.
Which is going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the session.
You're welcome.
Worse things get stuck in your head.
Very true. Like Friday.
God damn it. You're a monster.
We're gonna need to, like, globally mute his mic. So we can stop doing this.
If he wasn't our goddamn mod, I would probably try it, but I know he could just let himself out of fucking prison.
Honestly, that makes it funnier.
That's true.
It really does.
Gling gloong. Gloong gling. I'm back, bitches.
Oh, no, that wouldn't be me. I would just wait until you finally end up thinking it's safe, and then boop doo, surprise, motherfucker.
I gave Aaron mod privileges on my stream and stuff, and it was revoked within about 13 minutes. Was restored, but it was like, I have made a great mistake.
Yes, you have. That is, I love that man, but he's probably the last person I would trust with mod privileges during a live event.
I trust him where it counts. I don't think he'd actually fuck with that.
True.
Which, fun fact, he's engaged now.
I know. I saw the
this
pictures on.
weekend.
I saw on Instagram.
That's fair.
We're friends with his fiance and him.
I don't Instagram. I saw it on Facebook, and I know you don't Facebook. So, which the only reason I saw it was because I was accessing one of the game's Discords and was like, "Wait, what? Hang on!" Immediately was like, "You didn't tell me, you motherfucker!"
Yeah, I know. I mentioned it to Candace earlier, and we were like, "Yeah, it's about fucking time," because y'all been together for a minute.
8 to 9 years.
Yeah, I think so.
Very fun fact. He initially tried to set me up with his now fiance, and that is partially why they're dating, or well, now engaged.
That's even funnier. Also, holy fuck, no, Bonkin is going to be the one carrying everybody.
No, this
Oh
is
my
a
God.
sign that I'm
No.
done.
No,
I'm cooked.
This is a bonking episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Or that could be the only nat 20 you get for the night and you wasted it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Two things can be true.
That's also fair.
Oh, yeah.
Slaps self in face, then cries because it hurts. What? Good God, kid. Yeah.
Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for waiting patiently as we were dealing with the kid thing. Alright, so we are going to jump in here, do our recap, and get started. So as you guys know, I try to pay attention to chat. I can't
So
always.
who's ready for a
especially when it's
stealth
super
mission?
intense. So just bear with me if I don't answer. And we have played.
I assume not Marcus via that reaction.
All right, here we
Bro, do you even know my decks? And I'm technically in full plate, so that's no good.
No, I
I'm
don't.
actually stupid stealthy. I never get to use it.
The loudest guy in the room is stealthy. That's scary. He's so loud that he just kind
Yeah.
of blends in with the background noise, just shows up. What's up, bitch?
He stands out so much he stands in. All right. So last week you guys went and met with Dr. K, I believe, is what he ended up being called. He definitely shared some information. You guys got a bit of a lore dump, and Marcus reshared some information that he had shared previously, including the fact that he is the ninth son, and he went through that entire, a very important tradition of his bloodline. What you found out is that the bloodline somehow skipped a beat somewhere, and that very clearly alarmed Marcus, and Dr. K is also not very pleased about it, and his niece is presently missing and has been for a few days. Her phone is dead. She's unable to be tracked. At this point, does anybody have questions or clarifications that they need to have done?
Is it still fucking Wednesday?
Yes, it is. It is still fucking Wednesday.
I was just about to ask what time it was.
So you guys
It's just like a normal Wednesday.
You guys had initially met with him at the restaurant and then decided to take things to your headquarters, and you brought him back there. So it's, I'd say, about 6:30, 6:45, somewhere in there at night. I should clarify.
Okay, and just so I'm understanding correctly, what we had discussed last time, just the tail end of our RP, was that we were intending on going to do the investigatory work at this chick's house tonight, come back here, go to sleep, tomorrow go to the caves.
Correct.
Right?
That was what was discussed.
Yeah, this is about right.
Yep.
Obviously, anything could change. We'll see what the hell happens to this house.
Yeah.
But even if we make it inside, I might get stuck in the doorway. Come on, Bonkin.
And I believe we had done kind of a status check on the party too, to kind of see how badly off we were in case things did go bad.
Correct.
That is true, yep.
And Aegis is pretty good, if I remember correctly. Tempest used a few things. Marcus is pretty well tapped because he was toe-to-toe with one of those fatty boombalatti demons.
But I can still hold my own.
But can still hold his own. And Kira, I know that you almost died, but I don't remember what you said you were. I won't speak for you.
Kira had essentially said that she is worried about going into another fight, considering if Min took a hit bad enough to knock her out, she was concerned, but she understood the urgency, the time-sensitive nature of this. So, she's nervous, but she's got a blade, and still has a cat, so we're good. Totally good.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I'm convinced. Let's ride.
Okay, so we're
Opens
picking...
Sometimes
the
all you need is
fridge.
a blader and a cat.
Opens the fridge, grabs another monster. Okay, now I'm good.
Does it have a label
I
on it?
was about to say, I was worried what you were going to be grabbing out of that fridge.
As she's
Well, it
chugging
was-
Demon Ichor. Oh god, wrong monster!
No, that's in a 5-hour energy bottle, and it's clearly labeled. I have a milk bottle of Demon Ichor. I have a 5-hour energy bottle of Demon Ichor. I have a cookie jar and some vials with ooze components.
Can we start rolling percentile dice whenever we get something from the kitchen?
Labeled.
Yeah, they're all labeled FAFO. Fuck around, find out.
All of them.
And
Pain.
the cookie jar specifically says in Elven as well, do not eat, because she doesn't trust Marcus and his late night munchies that he definitely probably has.
All right, so we are going to pick up in headquarters with Dr. K there, where you guys had just started talking about doing this plan. Or just finished, I guess, talking about doing this plan.
Alright, so everybody's agreed then that we maybe allow you folks who are a bit quieter than myself go in and actually do this bit of business, and I'll stand outside and just kind of make sure we're not being snuck up behind. I look totally casual, don't I?
You might need to blend in a little here. You know what? And he'll take off. Tempest will take off his cloak of many fashions and kind of hand it over to you. It's like, maybe this will help you blend in a little bit more.
Oh, is this the fancy cloak that you allowed Master Bonkin to use when we were in the theater?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He'll throw
Yeah.
the cloak around his neck and kind of tie it off. Not really familiar with this.
It's
I believe
very
it
just
works
kinda-
as disguise self.
Yeah, basically. It just it changes your clothes a little bit to make you look a little bit less like a cyberpunk
Heavily armored cyberpunk
destroyer.
tiefling.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so he'll kind of fuck with it and he'll make it look like oh god. He's just going to be fucking with it as we drive. I'll figure it out when we get there.
You know, like a tracksuit or something leisurely, not again.
Bingo. And kind of like holds his eyes closed and the cloak will shift into his gray sweatsuit. This is what I'm wearing underneath.
Yeah. Yep.
That's quite casual. Quite casual.
Yeah. And you didn't have to make it look so sweat stained.
Oh, no, I'm actually sweating. This thing's very hot.
I bet. We had some fans in there or something, right? That's the thing, isn't it?
Oh, not in my model. Marcus looks at Kira. Could we maybe add that to the list of upgrades?
She pulls out she goes into her bag, pulls out a Post-it note, and actually just like slaps it on the case for her tablet. She scrolls it down, slaps it on the case. Huh? Yep, got it.
Wonderful. Actually, that reminds me, at some point in time, I'd like to have a conversation about, and he kind of points to the blades. I have some ideas.
Do you?
I do. Right, Master Bonkin, Master Aegis, Master Tempest. Ready?
Let's
Do
go.
this.
Oh, Dr. K, don't forget to load your pockets with that bacon on the counter there.
Oh,
Trust me, it will come in handy.
absolutely, I will.
Marcus snags 3 pieces and puts it in the front pocket of the hoodie.
Yeah, he'll grab a few pieces himself, and he's got like the nice professional slacks on. He just puts them right in his pockets.
As far as subtlety goes, I'm not the quietest type either. And we
Cover
kind of
yourself in
stand
shadows.
out. It's not that simple.
So the housing where she lives is an apartment building that mostly houses students. People come from all over the place. It's entirely possible that you won't stand out as much as you believe, and maybe being too subtle could cause a problem.
She taps the shield on her arm.
Well, if anybody asks, just say you came from fencing practice or something.
Okay.
Just
Don't
for-
worry, if anybody starts talking nonsense, I'll handle them.
Well, I suppose this time I get my vestments on then.
Did you see my face?
And Aegis will go ahead and start leaving and to go ahead and put on his priestly vestments.
All right. Well, you all have my number. I will head out, and we will meet tomorrow, and I will make sure that we make it over to the caves.
Well, we should probably drop you off. Are you going to walk home? Master Zachary, maybe we can drop him off on the way?
Oh, yeah, not a problem. Not a problem.
I mean, look, if you want to walk, that's fine by me. I'm just saying we have a guy.
No, that's wonderful. And Zachary's just nodding. But I should probably. I'd want my car for the morning anyway.
Understood.
Thank you. And he'll kind of get up and just wait. He's not rushing anybody. He's just waiting. Zachary says, "I'll go get the car warmed up and heads outside.
That was strange.
What? Why is that strange?
Why the hell would he warm the car up? It's like 100 degrees outside.
It was kind of chilly. It gets colder at night as well. It is January.
Maybe it's
Oh.
one of them fancy breeds, like the wizard is cold inside.
Well, he seems like he does the driving. Is that right?
He does.
Yeah, the car's probably just his baby. If you,
Oh.
with cars, if you try to make them do too much too fast, it's much like a horse where it just won't. Sometimes.
Oh, what a shame. Something you build that won't listen to you? It's
We have
terrible.
a lot of things like that these days.
Happens more often than you'd think.
There are things that you build that will listen better to others than to you at times as well.
Sometimes they very much do have a mind of their own.
Kind of literally in your case, right, Kieran?
I don't think we have the time to dive into that.
Marcus looks down at Min, and he's gonna try pressing his presence into her mind again. And he's gonna just say, "Who's a good girl?" He's just looking for a reaction. He's testing something.
Well, from what happened last time, Kira kind of just like puts a hand to her head like she gets a sudden headache kind of thing. Beyond that, Candace.
Yeah, so you would feel Marcus's presence in your mind, but almost as though it's like
Oh, why did I say good girl?
it's like you like if you pull your stream up on the stream and it's like a stream within a stream within a stream, it's kind of like that, like it's really far away. And you hear good girl, and Min actually kind of like rubs against your leg, Marcus, a little bit, just like kind of like not like she's trying not to be affectionate, but she's trying to be affectionate at the same time. She just kind of like bumps into you. It's not a full.
Okay. I'll leave her alone. I'll go ahead and recede.
Yeah, Kira just does the headache thing and does not react out loud because
And
that's a thing that happened.
Marcus, since Kira hasn't given you a full-on reaction yet, you don't actually know that she's sensing your presence or hearing what you're saying.
I know. That's why Kevin is having a breakdown here and not Marcus.
When his face was in his hands, everybody, he said, "Why did I say who's a good girl?"
No, yeah, the second I saw his head lower, I'm like, oh, you fucking realized?
Yeah.
See, this is why we test things. I'm a scientist, friends.
This
If
is clearly for science.
if you watch the stream, you'll see the exact moment I see him and start dying.
Yep, I watched it all. So Dr. K is kind of just standing there expectantly, looks at the cat like bumping into Marcus, looks over at Kira. Are you okay?
Yeah. We should probably get going. And she's gonna look at the monster, and it's still like half full, but she's just gonna set it down on the counter.
All right, good call. Yeah, so he'll head toward the door again. It doesn't seem like he's in any kind of rush. He's kind of meandering almost, and like just kind of looking around as he walks. So is there anything anybody wants to do before we head out?
Nope.
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure. Well, I'll ask if Bunkin is willing to grab the bag, which currently should be at. Sorry, checking weight because I removed stuff. 62.5 plus the 5 for the bag itself.
Oh, so it's lower than before. It's 62, not
Yeah.
67. Nice.
Yeah,
She's
because
using
I
things.
dropped off some stuff off and put some more stuff in the fridge.
Okay, so for the sake of brevity, you guys, everybody gets in the vehicle. Zachary drives to the college, and you all drop off Dr. K at his vehicle parked out in the faculty parking lot. No incident. He gets in it. He says goodbye, and he says, "Remember, it's number 302. It's unit 302." and closes the door. You guys see him get in his own vehicle. He drives away. Zachary says, okay, are we going back to the place that you had me scope out earlier?
I believe so.
Yes, that is where we are going.
Okay. All right. So he starts driving that direction. I'll give you guys a chance if you have anything you want to say or do on the way.
Aegis would just be going ahead and searching things up on his phone, still just messing around trying to learn it more.
Okay.
Kira's going to do let me know if you have any questions with that. And then she doesn't even mess with her tablet. She just kind of, she puts her head back against the seat, is just kind of sitting with like the, pinching the bridge of the nose and one hand on Min. Does not tablet at all at the moment.
Aegis, give me an intelligence check. I saw you like, who?
It could be worse. I'll take it.
Okay. Noted. All right. So as you guys are driving, it's not that far. The college everything's kind of still close together. You guys are on that side of town right now, so it doesn't take too long, and you get to a pretty tall apartment building. Actually, let me make sure I copied you guys over really quick. In your best forms. Okay. So you get to a pretty tall apartment building. People are coming and going. Most of them do appear to be students.
Could you tell us where that apartment building is on the map?
Yes,
so
I
have it
can.
for my
One
reference?
moment. It's pretty close to the college. Hold on one second. I'm going to pull my map up. There we go. Oh, we can do it this way again. Okay. All right, so you... hold on, I'm going to move this... Oh, well, I don't want to mess up the stream. Okay, so...
That's okay, I can see it. You can click wherever I can see where your cursor's at, so...
There we go.
I just need, like, the icon. Yeah, oh, geez, okay, that's huge.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so, the university, I believe I said, was here. Did we actually talk about where it was on the map? I don't think you had the map
no,
at that
we
point.
didn't.
So
Nope.
the
I
university
don't think
is
so.
here.
Okay.
And the apartment building that you are at is right here, but there's a whole series of them.
Understood. Got it.
All right. Okay. So give me 1 second. I'm going to copy you guys from the map we were just on because I want the most recent versions.
Looking at icons, the aid is obviously long gone, right?
Yeah. The aid would be gone. Well, no, yours is, it's 8 hours, right, Aegis?
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have it. All right, let me move you guys over. Okay, so you guys go inside. You take the stairs, the elevator, whatever. I don't know how fit y'all are feeling today, but you get up to the 3rd floor. Change the music here. Okay, so you get up to the 3rd floor and you see, it's just a typical apartment hallway. There's a little lobby area over here. There's the elevators, the stairs, and it is, you can see that 302 is over here.
Okay, so as we kind of saddle up to 302, I'm gonna just peek around the corner. What the hell am I looking at right here, Candace?
In there.
Yeah, right up here.
That is... Actually, I thought that I revealed that already. Sorry. 1 sec. It's like a little snack area. It's got vending machines and a door that says emergency exit or emergency exit access to roof.
Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just kind of like look at the rest of the group and just quietly try to say, okay, I'm going to get some snacks And I'll wait outside this door, and if we have anybody who comes this way, then...
Hook me up with some Skittles.
They've only got goobers, and it looks like peanut M&Ms.
Fuck.
Oh, wait, no, here's a bag of Skittles. Look, a little one, the sour ones, here.
Fine. That's fine. Thank you.
I tried.
Kira's already gonna kind of be reaching for the lock picks. Is she kind of? I'll get the door.
Okay.
302, right?
Yeah, 302.
Marcus kind of like nod his head towards 302.
This one, Marcus, just so you guys can tell, this one is 301, 302, and so on and so forth. They don't seem like huge apartments, but there are multiple apartments on the floor.
As Min shoves into Marcus.
Again.
Yep. Step one. In civil fashion, I'm gonna listen at the door just to make sure.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Before I break in. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna break in.
Okay. All right, yeah, so you listen at the door. You don't hear anything, maybe like a fan running. But you don't hear anything.
Assuming, but is it locked?
It is locked.
Okay. Is it still locked?
You are preparing yourself for, like, you know, a dungeon door. You get it all set and you're like very carefully trying to mess with the tumbler, and it just clicks like almost immediately. They just don't make locks the same way they used to, apparently.
So under her breath, in Elven, it's the oh, I don't like that at all. We're good.
Well, that was fast.
Yeah, it was.
Why do you sound so concerned? It's just an apartment.
The last time I saw a lock like we're not gonna worry about it. Go ahead. Backs up.
At least their doors had locks.
It might honestly have been safer if it didn't.
Marcus takes a step back into the snack nook, just in case there's an explosion, because now he's really worried.
Okay,
I
guys,
guess
come on.
I'll
It's
open
just.
it.
I got it. It's just an apartment door, guys. Chill.
Alright, you going in, Bunkin?
I mean, I think Tempest was further ahead of me, so I think he'll get to it first.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tempest, are you
Tempest will
opening?
go. Yeah, he'll go ahead and open the door.
Okay. Okay.
Look, it was trapped.
Oh, there's so much blood.
So it's a pretty small
Ooh.
it's a pretty small apartment. Kind of as Xavier would say, what you see is what you get. There's a little desk. There's a little desk. Sorry, let me fix
We don't give a fuck about the desk. We all see the blood stain. Okay?
There's a blood stain over here. It actually,
Jesus.
it looks like things are like would typically be very orderly. Like it's really not. It's not. The only things out of place are basically this little area here. There's a lamp on the floor, which, Marcus, you're pretty sure that's probably the weird light Zachary was talking about. Like, it looked like a light was maybe on, but it was a little odd. It's still on, but the lamp is on the floor. There are some papers on the desk here. Obviously, there's a blood stain here. There's a phone here, like a cell phone. And, yeah, and then there's just some, like, random stuff around on the coffee table there.
All right, Tempest will step into the apartment.
Okay.
Marcus does not enter. He'll stay where he was told to.
Tempest, give me a perception check, please.
Okay. Nice.
Nice perception check. So you also see up in the corner here, there's like a box.
I thought there was gonna be
that
chocolate.
has a little lens on it. It has a wire coming down. You're pretty sure it's a camera, but the wire, it looks like, has been cut part way down, like closer to where it would plug into the wall.
I think I see a camera in here.
Hey, 1 second.
Oh, you're
Excuse
up.
me.
Marcus, he's gonna crouch and try to feed Min peanut M&Ms. He's just gonna hold it in front of her face as she walks by, see if she...
I feel like Min would just kind of give the we're working, obviously, kind of look. And then, like, just take one, but then, like, keep moving.
That's okay. Satisfied Marcus will eat the rest.
Marcus is trying to steal your cat.
I'm not trying to steal nothing. I got a thesis fucking
He's a
paper
dog
to write,
person.
okay?
Where's the oh. What?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. Shit
Yeah.
went down. Shit went down here.
Marcus?
Yes.
You might wanna it's not great.
Oh, shit.
Giant
Marcus
red stain
pulls
on the
the,
ground.
No, you can get nope, you keep those away.
Yeah, he's got the hilts in his hands. He just pulls them out of the sweatpants pockets, and he's like, "All right, are you sure? All right, let's see what we've got here."
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the camera setup. This is the first time I've actually gotten to look at one of these up close and personal.
Stop coming in here. He was making sure he could put his head back up. Sorry, you said you're looking for the camera.
Yeah, so I'm looking
Yeah, so-
at the camera setup. It's the first time I've gotten to see one of them up close and personal.
So it's mounted up in like the corner up here where it would have a really good vantage point of the front door and most of the room except for maybe this little corner right in front of it. It's nothing fancy. It doesn't look like it's anything fancy, and the wire has been cut. It's partway down, closer to where it would plug into the wall. It was totally cut.
Okay. Well, that's
Do you-
not useful.
Is that something we can get? We can't get anything out of that? It's not.
So from what I understand, that itself is more like a scrying orb. It doesn't do much good on its own. We need where the image goes to.
Well, is the wizard in the wall? The diviner? Can we
no,
just
real-
go tear the wall? I'll pull it open if we need to. Master Hawken can help me.
Kara,
real
give me an intelligence check.
I don't wanna, because I'm gonna fail this one. Never mind, I'm good.
Yeah, that was
Holy
a good
shit.
one. So you have, I mean, you're on like you're on MeTube and stuff all the time, like where ads pop up. I'm trying. And one of the ads you've heard talks about cameras you can install yourself that stores on the cloud. So with a 20, I'll say you probably were curious and looked up how the hell to save data in the clouds and figured out that it actually is just, you save it basically to the internet. So you feel like maybe you could utilize that somehow.
So Kira stops like mid-sentence, kind of looks up at the ceiling, and she like kind of hums a little jingle. It's really weird for a second. Then it's, I need a phone, computer, something like that of hers.
Well, I think there's a phone on the floor behind
Phone
you.
on the what?
Yeah, you almost stepped right on the phone. Sorry, I saw.
Oh no!
Saw the
Oh
camera.
no! Picks up the phone. Make sure
Sorry.
she didn't step on the phone.
No, you didn't. You managed not to step on it, thankfully.
Is it locked?
It's dead. When you try to turn it
Cool.
on, when you try to push the buttons, it is dead. But it's not broken. It doesn't look busted. It just looks like it needs to be charged. It looks a lot like Bonkins.
Is there a charger cord by the couch? Otherwise, I'm raiding a bedroom.
That's a good question. Hold on a second. No, there's not one by the couch. But yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So then it's I need to find a cord for this. Otherwise, I can charge it back at our place. I don't think it's broken. I might be able to get something off of it. I can't do anything about that. Points to the bloodstain. So I'm
that's
gonna go
concerning.
in there and see if I can find things. Min, and she calls over softly, but in Elven. Min, watch the door.
Go ahead.
Master Aegis, could you possibly... I don't know anything about the world of medicine, and I'm assuming you do, so could you maybe, and he points to the blood, could you maybe see how old this might be? Or... He says, I think I have an idea of something I might be able to do to glean some information, but it's going to be rather quiet. But could you maybe do the hard work, please?
Well, I can. What do you have in mind?
I think maybe starting with how old the blood is so we could see, you know, where our time frame may lie as far as where she could be if the worst is the worst. And he points at the blood again.
Yeah, let's give it a try.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a medicine check, please.
Not very good at medicine, ironically enough.
Can I enhance ability you? I can.
That would be greatly appreciated.
What is medicine? Is that intelligence? Or is that
Wisdom.
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 Yeah.
Okay, I can grant you Owl's wisdom, and you have
Alright.
advantage on wisdom checks.
Very
Fuck
nice.
yeah.
Very nice. So do it with advantage, please, Aegis. How long does that last? An hour. Okay. You can't pinpoint exactly how old it is, but it's definitely between 2 and 3 days old. Please medicine check yourself and don't die.
Yeah, no kidding.
With advantage. Yeah, so between 2 and 3 days old, you're fairly certain.
Yeah, and he'd go ahead and relay that back.
Okay. Now, he truly has absolutely no concept of medicine or blood in general, but I am going to attempt... to use telepathic speech on any living organism inside of this blood. If there is anything left, I don't know how long that shit lasts, and neither does Marcus. So he's just gonna kind of press his psychic presence down into the blood while touching it and try to find something, even if it's just a wisp. To try. I'm trying to confirm if it's her or not. If this is her blood.
So first of all, if you don't have one, take a DM inspiration because that's really cool. If you do have one, take a good one instead of the bad one you already
I'll try.
had. Okay, so give me a second.
And just to be clear, technically the ability says choose one creature I can see within 30 feet. Obviously, if we're playing semantics and you want to define a creature, we could go down to single cells, but he's shooting in the dark.
No, that's fine. Okay, so let's see. High or low?
Oh, no, don't do that to me. You know what? We started on a high note today, so I'm going to say low.
Okay.
Gotta have that balance.
All right. So, and are you making contact? Are you touching it or just?
Oh yeah, no, my hands are in it.
Okay.
I am doing the weird thing.
Okay, so as you kind of, you really go back to your ancestors, to your roots, and you utilize the powers that have been imbued and that you have embraced. And as you really start to focus on this member of your bloodline, trying to determine if it's hers, right? That's what you were doing. It feels so. When you first touched it, it was room temperature or cold, even having been sitting there for a while. But as you touch it and focus and hone in your focus, it does actually warm to your touch a bit. It doesn't speak to you or anything along those lines, but it does warm to your touch, and you hear. I'm gonna pause the music so that it doesn't overdo it. To be clear, only Marcus hears this.
So Marcus, as he's got his hands in this dried, caked up blood, the powder, you guys would see it kind of reliquefy as it warms, and he's gonna kind of cock his head and look up, and you see his eyes go black, and the veins kind of spread down, like to his jawbone, and he just kind of like he's looking around, almost confused for like 5 or 6 seconds before that kind of fades away. And he will look at Aegis, and he'll say, "Okay, well, this is definitely her blood. Oh my goodness, the Whisper Network is strong in this one. Shit, she might be a ninth son, which I'm so confused about. Okay, I did my thing. Who's next?"
And Marcus, you do sorry, just 1 second. For the first time since like you've been here, you feel more connected to your bloodline than you have. So
Yeah, I think that's what's freaking him out a little bit.
yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Aegis.
I was just gonna say, like, Aegis at this point, he's not so much looking at the blood, he's looking at everything around it. So, like, does it seem like there's maybe ropes or something that could have been pulling into that chair there for restraint? Is there this, that, or the third trying to...
That's a good way to get a perception check.
Yeah, go ahead and give me. Oh, it cut out, Aegis.
Just trying to dissect more what happened at the scene.
Okay, give me an investigation check, please.
That was a good investigation.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I see you got a nat 20 for your friggin' nat 20 description of your investigation there. All right, so with a nat 20, you definitely can see there were signs of a struggle. You do not see any ropes. You don't see like that she was bound, or anything of that sort. But with that investigation check, I will say you're able to see humanoid-like footsteps, just very barely, like they stepped through the blood, and some slight dragging marks toward the front door. You also see, I'm trying to think of what else you would see with a nat 20. So you also would see, it looks like even may have been someone sitting on the couch over here at one point, just from imprints, from, fibers, feet marks, whatever. But definitely there was a struggle. There are humanoid shoed footprints, so they were wearing shoes, and there are drag marks here toward the door.
Can I make out?
Can you make out what?
Like the tread of it, like the little design on the bottom of the actual shoe, or is that all gone and it's
No, with the nat 20, I'll say yeah. It looks like I mean, you guys have been around for a while now. It looks like kind of like a worker's boot or like a combat boot almost.
Oh, this is interesting.
I see.
And he just starts looking around and piecing things together. Kira.
What?
Sorry, quick question for you. That scrying orb up there.
Camera, yes.
Would it have been able to see somebody on the chair here? And he'll go ahead and kind of point over to the couch
so
where the imprint is.
So it depends. I haven't tested how cameras and things like invisibility work yet, so someone obviously went through the effort to cross the room and then cut the camera, which is odd because they normally would have been caught going to cut the wires. That's that long snaky looking thing over there. Yeah. So maybe that's what I'm trying to find out. But I need a cord. I need to try and get into her phone or the computer or find account information or something. Yeah. That was probably a lot. Sorry, my brain's thinking.
No, that actually helps a lot with dealing with someone specialized in infiltration.
I could probably get past a camera. I doubt, from how I understand they work, If they're lenses, it's just a matter of reflecting the light and then capturing it. So I could probably trick a camera, but my skill set's unusual, and I don't know how it works with other magics.
You also would be smart enough to not step into a blood stain and then clean the boot off, would you?
They
You would have
didn't.
avoided it.
I try very hard not to make a habit of stepping in blood stains, but I actually don't want to think about that all that much. I'm gonna look around in here.
I don't know about that. From what we saw earlier today at the house, I'd argue a bit.
That wasn't blood. That was ichor.
Marcus
Very
stands
different
up
looking.
at this point, and his hands are covered in blood, and he has little bloody fingerprints all over his face, and he turns around to Kira. Have you found a sink I need to wash?
Bathroom in here. She's gonna step in and turn on the faucets. Don't touch anything else. You'll leave fingerprints. They can find us from that, and will think that we are responsible for the crime.
And Kira, you did find a charger on the nightstand here.
Did I find anything else in here that might be potentially useful, as I would like to roll investigation?
Go ahead and investigate.
Okay, cool. Yeah, not great. I was really looking for that cord.
You're very invested in the cord. You don't really see too much else on the bedside table. There's the chargers there. She's got a lamp on each one. There's like a self-help book, like how to build confidence. But outside of that, you really don't see anything else in the bedroom there.
Okay. I'm gonna look in here and also out there in closets, etc. Does she have a backpack that may or may not have a laptop in it?
That's a good question. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, just so I can tell you what else you find as you're looking.
Okay.
So, Min, how are you doing?
You know, I'm using my inspiration on this one because I want a computer, damn it.
Okay.
This is not one of Kevin's inspirations. This is one of the good ones.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, I retract my middle finger. You're right. It was, but still fuck you a little bit.
Middle fingers are a sign of love amongst this group.
Well,
Okay.
you know, with the things that he said tonight.
Who's a good girl? So you you do not find a backpack. You do find like by the front over here, there's just hooks where she's got keys hanging. It looks like there's a jacket hanging, and there probably was a spot for a backpack. You're not seeing a backpack. You do have her phone, and you also find on the desk there are some notes. In her, and well, you assume it's her handwriting. You don't know her very well, so maybe it's not.
Yep. I will ask about the notes, but are there car keys?
No, she does not have car keys. Well, there's nothing that looks like a car key as far as you've been able to identify them. No.
I am going to. Do you guys think it'll be a problem if we temporarily borrow these keys in case we need to come back? I don't want to keep breaking in, considering there's probably cameras in the hallway.
That is fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the keys, and then ask about the notes.
Sure. So the notes are actually pretty simple. When you start reading through them, it's obvious that she was trying to research the Cunha bloodline, trying to learn more about it, trying to understand it. Her notes say, it's like sticky notes. So the first one says, pact made with illithids, ... Why? Then it says, am I a third daughter? Another one says, how can I help? And the fourth one says, why Rin? Which is R-I-N, Rin.
Marcus?
Marcus will poke his head out of the bathroom. He has a towel wrapped around in his hair, and he has both of the hand towels that were hanging up, one for each hand, as he's just kind of drying himself off. And there is still blood on him. Yes.
You still have blood But there,
I know I was trying to get it
yeah,
off and you told me. What?
yeah, this. Do you know who Rin is or what Rin is?
Rin?
Yes.
Candace, I'm gonna go back through my mind. I mean, it's not something I would have known from the old world, right? Rin. Rhymes with min. Ask her. And then I'll go back into the bathroom.
Give me
Buy a
both
bunch of
you,
notes about your family.
Kira and Marcus. Both of you, give me an intelligence check.
Well, we'll see what the dice.
Yeah, 19.
Fine, you do the thinky around here.
Yeah, Marcus is going to do the thinky on this one. It
It's
doesn't
your
really
family.
It doesn't really stand out to you, Kira, but Marcus, with your history and your bloodline and just how you guys always kept everything right at the forefront, Rin is actually, it was a pretty common surname amongst the Githyanki. And you know that they go by their surnames typically.
So Marcus will go back in the bathroom, and then when you say, it's about your family, he'll poke his head out and go, what did my family have to do with the Gith? Oh shit, the Gith! That's where I knew that name. Okay, you don't have to ask Min anymore.
Min gives you a skeptical look that you can't see because she's on the other side of the room and around a corner.
And then behind Bonkin.
And a robot cat.
Yeah, poor Bonkin, her head just fucking spins around 180 degrees and looks at him. Meow.
Did I do something wrong?
Hiss.
Miss Kira, I think I upset Min somehow.
Probably hungry.
The name Rin was, at least it used to be a very long time ago, name of Githyanki, last name, second name, surname, whatever you want to call it. But typically when you meet a Githyanki and you are acquaintances with them, you utilize their last name as how you approach them. It's what you refer to them as, so I don't know why she would have anything to do. What the fuck does what does the note say?
Pact made with Illithids. Why? Am I a third daughter? How can I help? Why Rin?
So she
Pack
had-
made with a lithid?
It looks like she was doing research on your family things. Candace, is the pack of post-it notes still here?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it look like two questions. One, does it look like there might be a trash can nearby where notes might have been written and then thrown out? And two, this is a connected question. If she was writing with a pen, is there an indent of anything else on the post-it note pad that might have been written and then not actually right here?
Give me an investigation check just to see how much you uncover here.
Yeah, Kira's been watching some CSI, so...
Just say, are you into true crime or what?
Kira? Yes, absolutely.
On a side note, Bonkin gives Min pocket bacon.
Oh, nice. Min seems very appreciative.
Apparently, TV is a little different than reality, but she does
Who
her
knew?
best. Yeah,
Um,
weird.
So, there is a garbage can nearby, but you don't see any sticky notes in there. It doesn't look like she's used very many of the pack, to be fair. So, it's possible she just didn't have too many to throw away. As far as, like, trying to figure out the others, you try to do what they do on the TV, but you forgot that they use a pencil usually and not a pen, so you kind of scribbled a little bit over whatever might have been written on the sticky note. But it doesn't look like it was too different from what you were already seeing. You're pretty sure you can make out an R and an N, and maybe that was the last one she wrote, but can't be too sure.
Yeah, she doesn't need to mention that part to anyone else.
Kira looks like she's doing some really important shit to everybody else.
Well, this Rin character may be a bit tough to track down. I'm curious to know what the connection is between the two of them. Typically, our people don't see eye to eye on things, but it's a different day and age, so I'm not entirely sure. We never had a war with them, not like with your people, Kira, but they tend to you know, they're flighty, they're githyanki, they're planet travelers. Here and then gone. Not bad people usually, just hard to work with.
Did you consider we're sort of planar travelers now?
Oh, God. Yes.
So we're just time travelers.
Oh, we are just time travelers.
Time is a plane.
Ah,
Oh god, that's just way more confusing now.
all right. Thank God Bonkin's not here. I think his ears would bleed.
I'm right here.
Oh, shit! I thought you were on the other side of a wall.
Miss Kira's right behind me. I can hear.
It's a pretty small apartment, to be fair.
I didn't realize how good bugbears could hear. I'm sorry.
It's got big old ears.
Bonkin, can you hear this too?
I myself can hear what you said, so I'm gonna say no.
I'll call it good. Actually, yeah, no, we'll call it good. Look at my cheat sheet.
I only have a 12 perception, so I think it's fair.
Yeah, you're good. Kira heard everything.
So should I try pulling this camera off the wall? Is that helpful, or do we need to, or is it all just in our phone?
I wouldn't mind having it. I might be able to get something useful from it.
Okay, but look, if she comes back, we have to give all of her stuff back. You understand that,
Oh,
Kira, right?
Well,
I'm
yeah.
not a thief.
Well, I didn't say you were a thief. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jump into the T word. I didn't say anything about thievery. I'm just making sure we're all understanding because you sounded awfully excited. I just want to make sure that you don't get your hopes up because I intend on bringing my great quadrillion who knows what grandniece back to the future. Wait, if...
Well-
Oh, God, maybe she's... I hope she's still here. I don't want to time travel again. Sorry, what?
She's fine. She's
So-
probably fine.
And she's gonna
That's
Elvin.
a lot of blood.
It's
She's
a
gonna
lot of
quick
blood.
Elvin say, "Sorry, sensitive subject." Then back in common, "It is a lot of blood. Is that enough that she would have walked away from it?"
Oh, she's a Cunha. She walked away from that. Well, she may have been dragged away from it, but she survived.
I was about to say, Aegis was just going to start trying to figure that out the moment they said that. Would she have potentially walked away from this?
Let's see, you got a 14. Yeah, you're pretty confident that it's possible she even was the one that made the drag marks. You're not sure, but you're pretty sure that you've seen how tough Marcus is, and she more than likely is still alive.
She's as tough as Marcus. She's definitely the one who made the drag marks, and it's not her blood.
It's not her blood.
I guess it depends on where the blood came from, right? I mean, if like it came from her head, then probably not.
Well, if she's anything like Marcus's size, we see the mark there on the chair. Puts it probably about right in the middle of the sternum.
And it's definitely her blood, so she bled a bit, but I'm sure she's all right.
Is there
What do
any
you mean
other?
it's definitely her blood?
Have we searched everywhere in this place? Has anybody there's nothing else to turn over?
I was just about to ask if I could see if there was any other blood splatter anywhere.
Master Tempest.
What?
Can you animate the chair that has the blood on it and question it? Can you talk to them? Can you ask it what it saw? Can Can you animate it? I can maybe try to speak with it.
I cannot today.
Okay,
I at some point recently I animated something and I don't.
Barrel.
Oh, the barrel.
Oh,
Sir
yes.
Barrelington, how
That was
How
that was
could you
Sir
forget?
Barrelington. That was still the same day. It's still Wednesday.
It is still
It's just like real life. Wednesdays last forever. So no, I can't. And as far as I know, they don't have their own minds. It's still just kind of me. So I mean, if you want to talk to me through a chair, we could do that. That'd be weird.
That would be very weird. I've never done it before, but I just talked to this blood, so I figured I'd give it a shot.
It's also weird.
And technically, the blood talked to me, but
Still just weird.
Tempest, were you investigating? Is that what I was understanding?
Yes, I would like to investigate if there's any more blood splat.
Give me an investigation check, please.
If you need something lifted, you can call me.
There's nothing in this corner, guys.
Yeah, you don't see any more than the obvious huge blood spot.
I do like the 6-year-old like looking for his shoes, just kind of do the 360. I don't see nothing.
Yeah.
it looks clean. Marcus will finish up. He'll finish drying his hair, and he'll just very unceremoniously put the. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna look for a hamper. Is there a laundry basket anywhere?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
there is in the bathroom. There's a.
I'll go ahead and put the bloody towels in there,
Okay.
and then I'll just come back out.
The camera?
Oh, Master Bonkin, can you tear that camera off the wall?
No, gently.
All right, I can try.
Gently remove it.
Oh,
from...
okay, yeah, I can try
Thank you.
that too. Can I try and gently rip off the camera?
Why did you say gently so
So generically. Can I generic currency?
I low key making fun of Cat, but
Give me a. That was not low key, friend. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check. You should be all right on those.
not as good as my strength, but yeah.
Can I just gently rip this fucking thing off?
That's pretty fucking good. So Bonkin goes to just He-Man the fucker out of the wall, but instead he hears Kira say gently, and you kind of like flash back to dealing with your daughter's toys, and somehow manage to calmly and gently remove the camera from the wall, leaving only 2 small holes.
Do you want me to put this in the bag, or
Let me look at it. Let me look at it.
poke?
She pull out like she's all but grabby hands towards it.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's nothing too fancy. It's pretty light, made of plastic. It's just basically just think of like your generic indoor security camera. So you can add.
This is
to
the
your-
one I saw. This is the one I saw. So this is an ultralight model. They market it as like a do-it-yourself kind of thing. It's not something that the whole complex would have. Something that she probably put up. That's why there should be 2 holes. Yep, 2. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, with any luck, getting into her phone, since I didn't see a camera, should be enough.
Throughout that whole discussion, since Bonkin in scene would be right in front of you, the second you did grab your hands, he smiled, and then you started talking, and he kept smiling and just nodding, but he's obviously no idea what you're saying.
And just for the record, Aegis got a DM inspiration as well for knocking it out of the park with the sternum thing, and Kira, take one as well, because I'm not giving you guys any of this information, and it's exactly what I'm picturing as I'm picturing it. So, all right. So yeah, you can add that to your inventory, Kira. It's honestly negligible weight. They're not very heavy.
So, do you think somebody snuck in here, stabbed her in the chest, and then dragged her out?
And probably somebody that has the ability to go invisible.
You just give me another investigation check with advantage, because you got the net 20 last time.
Can I check her her random belongings that's just on the table?
Yeah. Give me an investigation check, please, you investigators. Yeah, Aegis, as you're looking at things and trying to answer questions about, where she might be, what might have happened, it doesn't look like, as weird as it's going to sound, it doesn't look like a knife hole. It doesn't look like a knife went through her chest. It's a very small hole that went through her and the back of that chair. Something possibly projectile. Like a gun.
Hey, she wasn't stabbed though. This is some type of blunted arrow?
Like a crossbow bolt? Like somebody shot her with a...
Well, come here, Marcus. Take a look at this. And he'll go ahead and point out the
And
mark that I'm pretty sure I know what it is,
Yeah,
but
Marcus,
Aegis
you-
wouldn't.
You practiced for weeks with those fucking guns. That is undeniably a bullet hole. That is through that chair.
Yeah, so Marcus will put his finger through the hole, and he'll just go... Well, actually, he'll take his finger out of the hole, he'll tip the chair up, and then he's going to, without moving it from where it fell, he's going to look from behind the chair, and he's going to poke his eye through, and I'm going to look through the hole and see if there's a fucking hole on the opposing window. I want to know if she got shot through the window or if somebody shot her while they were in the apartment. Like, was it somebody with a sniper rifle that popped her
Right.
through, you know what I mean?
I'm trying to decide if I should make you roll for that because that's really fucking genius.
I mean, I'll roll for
Yeah,
it.
give me an
whatever you want.
investigation.
Okay, cool, here we go.
Perception, either one you pick.
Alright. How about a 18?
18's pretty freaking good. You do not see a hole through the window.
Okay. I'm gonna look... Okay, well, it wouldn't make sense if she got shot from behind and bled backwards if the chair tipped over backwards. So somebody was standing in front of her in this room when she was shot. However, Master Tempest, can you check that window behind you? Does it open? Can you check the ledge maybe for footprints and see if somebody had come in through that window, shot her, and then left out that window?
Sure, yeah. Is it an openable window, or is it just like,
It's openable, yeah.
is it locked, or does it only lock from the inside? Is it already unlocked?
It does lock from the inside. It's unlocked at present though.
Okay. And does it swing, or is it slide? Is it
It
like
slides up and down. And it's normal size.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Tempest will attempt to open the window and see if there's anything on the window ledge, or
You can
if there's even like a ledge for somebody to stand or climb in or out of.
Yeah, it looks like it would be kind of tough to stand on the ledge, but you do see, as you've seen on many of the buildings throughout, there's an outside fire escape. It looks like you could either, go up to the roof. It goes all the way to the roof and then all the way down to the ground, but it does have those ladders that you have to drop. It's all metal.
So feasibly, somebody could have climbed it. Well, I mean, being Tempest, he can fly, and he knows that people can fly anyway, or have the magical ability to do so. So, is there any? Would I see any like footprints or any handprints on the windowsill or on the anywhere that's obvious? I suppose.
That's obvious. Yeah, give me another investigation check, but you can do it with
Okay.
advantage because you and Marcus are kind of working on this together.
Helping. Okay.
Yeah, that's very good. So you just thinking along the lines of what you're capable of and what you're knowledgeable of, you actually don't see any obvious fingerprints on the window or the windowsill, which it almost looks like it was cleaned, like wiped. Not sure if that's weird or not. Maybe everything else in the house is pretty orderly, but when you look out, you can tell, if somebody had the flyability or an item that allowed them to fly or even float or glide for a little while, they probably could have gotten in through the window. And since it's unlocked, you feel like that's pretty well supported, especially with the location of the outside fire escape. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, it looks like maybe somebody could have climbed in from the fire escape here through the window and caught her unawares. Or somebody could have flown in, like I can do. But I don't know. There's nothing really like that. That's obviously like that's where they came from. I wonder if like maybe there was a fight and then the assailant, I don't know, got the upper hand and shot her in the chest or something like that and dragged her away, maybe.
Right, but probably not through the building. Would also explain why the door was still locked when we arrived.
This is someone she
yeah.
knew.
Think so?
True.
How else are you gonna get a target sitting down on a chair, completely unrestrained? You aren't gonna get that normally. You're
That's
either a
fair.
friend or you talk your way into it.
Or she was watching TV and someone snuck in.
Could have fallen asleep.
Did anybody happen to notice if there were security cameras in the hallway?
I'll pop my head out and
I,
look.
I guess I can check since
Oh,
I'm here
or
now.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, Bonkin, you peek out and you know what you're looking for because you just ripped one out of the wall, gently. But you don't actually see any more placed up in the hallways. There, maybe one over by the elevators. You think you can see one up in the corner by the elevators, pointing at the elevators, but not specifically in the hallways or pointing at any of the doors.
I think I see one down by the moving floors.
So if you think it's a friend, Master Aegis, maybe we can talk to the security people and have them review the last couple of days of footage and see if we see her coming in with a friend, or if we see maybe... Because I have a sneaking suspicion it may have been this GIF person. We can look for anybody suspicious, but if we see specifically a random Githyanki coming in and getting off at that elevator and then not coming back out, actually, anybody coming off that elevator and not coming back out would conclude that they did leave through said window. And if we can figure that out, we might have our culprit. At least we'll have a face.
Or
It
we
would
could-
also might prove the invisibility if we see a elevator come on up and no one gets off.
That's also very true.
They could
It
have
would be
also.
it'd be
Go ahead.
especially useful if we can see the door. This door, I don't know if that's even possible. If they have cameras on every door here.
That would be nice, but we can only hope. We'll see what else they might have.
It's also possible that they could have gone into another room. Especially if they're known, that could be as simple as a neighbor. But if you're thinking it's a friend, and we know that Rin is likely a surname, with how old she was, it might be worth asking Dr. K if he knows of a student by the last name Rin.
All right, Kira, you mind helping me, showing me how to do that?
Just try
Oh,
some-
you want to text? Oh, yes. Yes.
Text,
Yes. Yes.
whatever it is,
Yep,
yeah.
yep, I'm here. I am literally right behind you.
All right, so Kira's gonna help Aegis learn how to text. It's in a very, sad situation. It's comical.
In very grandma fashion, too, because Aegis is just like,
That's exactly how I picture it. And Kira shows an immense amount of patience as she is trying to teach Aegis.
She's a little very excited about this. And she might demonstrate like on her phone a little bit, but she types with her thumbs and her hands just fly across the screen.
how are you moving your thumbs that fast, lass?
I don't
How do you
know
move
either.
them when you're incanting or using a somatic component? It's the same sort of thing.
I don't know
Good
I
what
hadn't
that
thought
is.
about that, but fair.
Right, so, well, you two text away. Master Bonkin, Master Tempest, would you like to maybe help me figure out if there's a security
Yes.
room here? I don't really understand. Do you think it would be up or down?
Probably. Did we see any like
Oh, that's a good question.
office rooms in the entrance when we came in?
So at the entrance when you came in, there is it's kind of like a small, it was kind of like an office behind the person. It was just like a small window that you had to just let them see your face as you walked in. Not really checking in. You didn't have to write your names down or anything, but they're just kind of watching people come in and go out.
Okay, so I don't know if we want to bring a whole lot of attention to this yet either. Like, should we? What do we say? Just like, hey, do you mind showing us the camera footage for no particular reason? Like, I don't know if we want to say like, hey, we got a kidnapping situation here, and then suddenly it's a big thing.
Well, that sounds awfully worrisome to me. I think,
Right.
since she's of my bloodline and we probably look somewhat alike, I could always tell them that I'm her great uncle, which is pretty believable, all things considered, and technically possible.
Isn't that
Uh,
technically true? Kind of.
well, yes, it's pretty far removed, but I think it is, yes. Uh, but I could just tell them that she's been gone for a few days, and we wanted to see if there was, if we can see maybe the last time she left, and in doing so, wink wink, we can maybe see if anybody had entered. Or fuck it, we just tell them we are the oath bearers, and we are here investigating something, and we need information. We're willing to pay for it.
Did
We
we?
haven't filled out the paperwork with the police yet, not all of it.
Oh fuck. Well then I will lie about all of that if need be.
I guess did we drop off Mr. Yeah, he's gonna look at Marcus specifically while saying the last name.
Dr. K.
Dr. K, or is he like in the car? If not, I guess we can ask him.
No,
Doesn't
he's-
he work?
No, he's back. He's back home now. By now, probably.
Yeah, you fell asleep in the car on the ride over. We dropped him off first.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the car rides always make me sleepy.
It's the bouncing.
You were all
Here's the
tuckered
back.
out. I wasn't gonna wake you.
It's the
It wasn't the final goodbye. Yeah, I mean, we could probably reach out to him if need be. What would you like to ask him, Master Bonkin?
I guess we could have asked him to spoke for the shit. There's the security because they are, I guess, closer related. Is that how that works?
Well, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Well, I mean, because you're like a great grand uncle, where he's
It's
just an
stretching.
uncle.
We're stretching the truth just a little here. We're not exactly the truth, Bonkin. It's okay. We're doing it to help. We're doing it to help.
It's not going to hurt anybody. It's going to save people.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have
exactly.
moral objection to this, too, do we? Because we're getting awfully muddy in these waters. I told you I was done executing, so if I can lie a little, I'd be very happy.
Oh no, that's fine. It's just I thought that Mr. K, Dr. K, would I guess know how to talk to him better because he's from, yeah.
Oh, I understand. Yes, my social graces are not anywhere near Dr. K's, or any of yours for that matter. I'm pretty terrible, honestly. Great at bartering, not so much anything else.
Yeah, I believe I heard Miss Kira talk about nothing less than 900 or something like that.
It's always the go-to. You always win if you start at 900. So, I'm gonna go ahead and flip the visor down, and which is actually just a pair of sunglasses with a cloak of many fashions, and I will call Dr. K, and I'm gonna turn it on speaker and pull him off and toss it on the table and just wait for him to answer.
Okay.
Yeah, Bonkin does look like he's taking a mental note. The second Marcus says, it's what you always win if you start at 900.
Kira's totally shaking her head.
You're behind the wall, shut up.
What the hell are you talking about 900 anyway?
So it doesn't take too long. There's a few rings, and then he picks up and he says, "Hello."
Dr. K, I've got you on speakerphone, so just mind your manners. Well, Master Bonkin had a great idea because my social graces are absolutely terrible. We were wondering if maybe you could contact the Aurelia's buildings security office and see if maybe they could pull some footage to see when the last time she entered the elevator, and or if anybody of Githyanki descendancy has entered in the last 2 to 3 days. Also, does the last name ring a bell to you, Dr. K?
Probably about that same time he would finally be getting Aegis's message.
So you guys will hear there's There's like silence. It sounds like he drops something, and then there's like a bring, like he got a text message. Okay. Well, first, I believe that those apartments are actually owned by the college, so I may actually have an inn there. Let me see what I can do about pulling strings. That's a really good idea. Secondly, have you found something? Third, why Gith? And fourth, Rin.
Rin, Githyanki's surname. That's why we asked. So that answers your third question. Now give me my fourth answer. Please. The ninth son requests it.
Well, unfortunately, it doesn't ring a bell. However, I might be able to search through rosters of. Do we suspect that he's attending? They are attending.
We don't really suspect anything. We just have the name and figured you were connected in some way, shape, or form. And I believe Mistress Kira suggested that, and Master Aegis suggested that you may have a student contact, faculty member, colleague, janitor.
It looks like Ari might have been doing some research on the family. We found a note that says, a couple of notes actually, but one of them just says, "Why Rin?"
She was doing research. That makes sense.
Any reason somebody would want to shoot her?
Has she been shot?
She was shot. I don't know what happened to her after that, but her blood talked to me, so she's okay though. Don't worry about it.
Blood.
Kira's gonna flat out speak over Marcus here. From what we can tell, she's probably okay. It does look like there's an altercation, but we're following up on it. She will be fine. It doesn't
Master
look like
Aegis
it was
said
that.
She was fine.
Lead with that, Marcus. Lead with that. Most people can't take a bullet easily.
You can hear like
God, that would be terrible.
stuttering and sputtering, like as he's getting all of this information and trying to process it, and then it changes. And okay. So she's been shot.
No, she was shot.
She was shot.
Yes.
Rin, ninth son. Rin does not ring a bell, but I will see what I can find on it.
Wonderful.
Okay.
The security footage would also be wonderful.
Yes, I will see. I will pull every string that I can to get that for you. I'm assuming. I'll try for the past week.
Probably 2 to 3 days.
2 to 3 days. Got it.
Isn't that right, Master Aegis? You said the
And
blood
past
was
week-
2 to 3 days old or so?
Past week couldn't hurt. I mean,
It just might be a lot of stuff to sort through.
That's true.
Here's
someone shows
here's
up
the
a lot.
thing: is this is 2 to 3.
You cut out.
This is 2 to 3 days, so we might want to look maybe 3 to 4 back, because that would go ahead and give us a closer timeline to when they would have shown
yeah.
up.
That's fair. You think that her friend was maybe staying the night?
Yeah, maybe
It's
she had,
possible.
Like, slumber party,
Maybe.
something like
That's
that.
fucking rude. Get invited in for a sleepover and get shot.
You think a friend is the one that shot her?
Oh, that's what Mistress Kira thought. Master Aegis, I think, right? Maybe just Master Aegis.
I'm thinking it's a friend, maybe a school colleague, something like that. Somebody that has easy access to the apartment.
Okay.
While this is happening, Kira's gonna suddenly it looks like she has a light bulb moment, and she's going to dart into the bedroom, slip past Marcus, which I'll
okay.
talk to you about after.
Go to bed. Okay.
Mistress Kira just ran into the bathroom. I think her tummy's not feeling well.
Well, okay.
Marcus, that's not. I'm wondering if there might be a sign if someone was here overnight, or if it was someone that was just visiting.
This damn it.
Yeah, damn it. I'm sure Miss Kira will be fine. Who's a good kitty cat?
Okay, so Kira,
It was supposed to be after, but then I couldn't be having tummy issues.
yeah, it's fine. Are you looking for anything in particular, or
I'm
in
gonna
any
look-
space in particular?
Yeah, so it's going to be kind of a quick glance in two areas. bedroom, like where clothing is, and bathroom where toiletries are.
Okay.
Looking for sign of more than one person.
Sure. Well, there's definitely some Marcus-sized bloody fingerprints on some parts of the bathroom, specifically on the
no.
towels that were that got placed into the hamper.
She full out stops and just, but then continues.
No, that's okay. Just go ahead. So you start looking around. You don't see like an extra toothbrush. There is a contact case there. I mean, there's typical toiletries. It really looks like one person lives here. It doesn't mean there wasn't a second person staying here, but you don't really see any signs of a second person having stayed here.
That means it's not likely someone that was here consistently then, which does help. So, Kira's gonna pop her head back out after. I don't think it was anyone that's been here a lot, at least not overnight.
What about the bed sheets?
What about the bed sheets?
I mean, are they? Is the bed actually made? Is it tussled? Is it?
Check for blood. Maybe she got shot there too.
Well, it would be hard to tell considering the blood in the bathroom.
There's blood in the
There's
bathroom.
still blood in the bathroom?
Go a little bit. It's not too bad. Just on the counters. We had. Yeah. Looks at the bed.
The bed's actually it's made. The bed is made.
Nope, bed's still made.
Might want to check underneath in case there are any stains or something.
Monsters.
Guess I'm checking under the bed.
Okay, you look under the bed. She's got her shoes nicely placed underneath the bed in pairs. She's got some good taste in shoes. Sorry.
So many shoes.
Tempest.
Like, more than just one or two pairs of boots.
Well, I'm
Tempest,
sure we could get you some if you want, Miss Kira.
Why would I need this many shoes? Why does anyone need this many shoes?
she dresses. Tempest, you can hear the distress with your passive insight. You can hear the distress. He's clearly trying to suppress it, based on your company. But
Hey guys. Maybe let's call Dr. K back after we've. Thanks for looking into the security footage. Maybe call us back when you have something,
oh yes,
or
of course.
if you after you talk to them.
Yes, I will. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
She'll
We're
be
gonna
fine.
find her. She's gonna be fine.
Click.
I guess we'll pick the headset up. And
I
put it
forgot he
back
was on the phone still.
I know.
Candace, while I'm in here, I'm gonna do one other thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a change of clothes for her for when we find her.
Okay, that's really nice of you. Okay.
Including, might as well, socks and shoes.
Go to bed. I
Just
love you.
because she's been shot in whatever she's wearing.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, that's.
grab the pair that's either the shiniest or the most worn.
I'm gonna grab the one that's easy to get into if she's been wounded.
Or
Yeah, she's-
running.
She has like
Probably.
some gym shoes. Yeah, she's got some.
Yep.
some gym shoes.
Okay. Jeans.
Make sure that you get her
Sneakers.
another set of armor too. I'll carry it if need be, but Ninth Son should
I-
never be without their armor.
Have not seen any armor or weaponry.
You fucking what?
Not that Nope. It means it's probably all on her person.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the headset off and dial Dr. K again.
Okay.
And I'm just, as soon as he picks up, I'm just gonna say, why is she not wearing armor? Where is her backup armor? You told me that she was going to be the Ninth Son or was training for it. This is, you've read the doctrines, right?
Yes, Ninth Son. She's not going to be a Ninth Son. She is simply storing the spawn that will create the Ninth Son at this time because her genetics matched enough to be able to do it. She is not, as far as I know, she does not hold the powers necessary to be imbued with your powers. Her specialty is in the magics, specifically fire.
Okay. I understand that. But if she's holding genetic material for a ninth son, maybe you should get her some armor. If she was wearing her armor, she may not have been fucking shot. Click.
Bro.
I mean, do you wear your armor at home?
Yes. You've seen. When have you seen me out of my armor, except for when
Movie
it's
night.
night time? Well, that was different. I thought you were fixing it that night.
Well,
I
I mean,
was.
you've come out a couple times with the like t-shirt with the horns in it.
Yeah. The sweatpants and the shirt. Like you're late right now.
Well, of course, that's my night garb.
Yeah. She probably in her night garb and she got shot in the chest.
All right. I suppose I'll give that to you.
Maybe,
But there's still no armor here that we've seen yet. So
Right.
Maybe because you're a great, and he'll keep going for a bit, uncle. You can buy a sham armor as your good uncle.
Yes. Yes, I will.
Let's
Right
find her
now,
first.
and I'll flip the visor
No,
down, and I'm gonna
no,
start.
we need to find her. You don't even know her sizes.
Yes, I do. You've got change of clothes. Give them to me.
No. We're gonna find her first, and then you're gonna find out what type of armor she prefers. You don't know if she likes scale mail or plate or leather.
If I'm so
she
confused.
strikes me as a leather girl.
No, leather is for dotes and simpletons.
Leather is for what?
Dotes and simpletons. I'm sorry. I thought I said that loud enough for you to hear me. You were like standing right here. You've never heard the song?
I think you may be due for some upgrades on your sword soon, Marcus. Tempest, Bonkin, Aegis. We should probably go.
I love
Oh, I
it.
can't wear armor.
Should we go down to security or did
Well, okay. So who here is the quietest of the lot? Actually, that Master Tempest, can you fly? Still,
yeah, I can fly and I can be pretty stealthy, yeah.
can you go outside and just maybe go up to the roof and see if there is any tracks or traces or anything funky up there from the escape that you found?
Yeah, sure, I can give it a look. Yeah.
Maybe just on the off chance you're like, oh shit, here's a spot of blood. Somebody was dragged this direction.
Should also look to see if there's like grappling hook signs.
Did we see what direction I think Aegis noticed that there were some drag marks from the
I think
blood.
you
Did we
showed
see what direction they were going?
So they kind of started heading toward the door, but it also could have been toward the window. It's sort of straight back. I'm gonna move Aegis over a little bit. You can kind of see
okay.
it there.
So they faded before we could tell which direction it went.
Right,
Okay.
almost like she was picked up, like she started to get, or whoever started to.
Oh,
get
yeah.
And then was picked up.
Okay, yeah, I'll pop my head out there and see what I can see.
So you just
Flying.
okay, flying. Okay, how high up are you flying?
How high is the
So there are.
does the fire escape go? So like you said, it was the window and then the fire escape was accessible right there, or is a ways off?
So the fire escape, it's not like right there, like she could get to it from her other window, but the one over on this window where you guys were kind of investigating and suspecting things, it's not right there. However, you can see it, so there are 5 floors total, and the fire escape goes all the way to the top and kind of wraps around the building.
Okay. Yeah, Tempest will first go up to the top of the roof, see if anything's amiss up there,
Okay.
and then check the fire escape a little bit more closely, at least on this side of the building.
Okay. Yeah. So you go to the roof. You fly up as high as you can. I was gonna make a map for it, but it's honestly just kind of be this but blank, so I didn't bother with it. But so you go up to the top. You can see the like the big air conditioning units which you've seen on the side of other buildings, but this is at the top. It's a flat roof. You don't see any blood stains or anything like that at the top when you get up there. It's a really nice view from where you're at of the other surrounding buildings and that kind of thing, and even the roofs on the other ones, pretty much the same thing. Cookie cutter buildings just kind of got plopped down. When it comes to the fire escape, You can see on, like I said, it would be over on this side. You can see that it does look like the ladder that leads up to hers, because you know how it has like the drop down ladders. That one is dropped down, so it looks like at some point it got dropped down. You don't know if it was necessarily for this, but it would make sense for either somebody to try to escape or to get in.
Okay. But no, like, again, no blood stains, no blood droplings on the fire escape at all.
Give me an investigation check.
Sure.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Oh, 18's pretty damn good. So as you're kind of flying around looking, you're going up and down trying to figure this stuff out. It does look like right outside of the first window that you left, you're pretty sure that you can see at least, it looks like it, and I assume you'd go down closer to look. It does look like there are some blood droplets that have dried on the sidewalk just outside. It's not an alarming amount of blood like what was in her apartment, but it kind of like, it's like trickle, 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 and then you don't see anything else.
Ooh, I think I see a couple. Tempest will fly back into the window. I think I found maybe a trail outside. I think there's a couple blood droplets on the pavement down on the street level.
Are they dropped
Down.
from being flown above, or are they streaky like they were dragged?
Definitely like from above.
Definitely from like above.
So you think they went to the roof, or somebody was flying with?
Could have been flying, or maybe somehow they got down to the ground level from this window somehow, and scampered away with her. Loaded her into a car, maybe at on the curb, and drove away.
Interesting. Well, that'll give us more to focus on when we get the video. We know that somebody either came in and left through the window, came in through the door and left through the window, or they came in and exited through the window. Either way, they may have cameras on the outside of the building that... Actually, do you see cameras out there pointing down at the street?
Oop. Zoom back outside.
Yeah,
Any
so
cameras?
you do see cameras pointing. They point mostly at the end. There's two entrances. There's one on this side of the building, and there's one on, this side of the building, and there's one on this side of the building, which is where the two entrances are. You guys came in through this one, so you do see that there are cameras there. It's entirely possible that there are more, but you don't see them outright. There's also it looks like there might be one on the building across the street.
So directly out this window is just like the main drag, kind of. It's not like the back alley or
Right.
anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Bold move. They pulled a body out of a window and flew down to a car. Or
That
flew
is
out of the
interesting.
window. I guess maybe just soared into the night. I don't know.
And nobody here heard a gunshot, is that correct? So there was some sort of muting capability? Because those things are fucking loud.
Yeah, they are.
Was I taught about silencers or suppression
Yes, you
muzzles?
were. Yep, you actually had we may have even had the conversation, but when you were talking to, I can't remember his name now, but the guy that was in the armory,
Yeah.
my NPC.
Seavis.
Yeah, thank you,
Seavis,
Seavis.
thank you.
When you guys were chatting about it, he did tell you, yes, there are silencers. You might want to use these in situations where
Oh,
stealth is necessary.
we did have that conversation. I told him no thank you.
Yep. Yes, you did.
Interesting. So somebody may have had a silenced weapon that the hole that is in the chair, you said that the munition or the hole looked probably same size as like
Yeah.
a pistol brown. So that it looks like somebody probably had a pistol but intended to be quiet. Otherwise, I mean, this is owned by the university. People would have called about a gunshot. Unless... Kira, can you check the local police records and see if there was any gunshot calls in the last week or so in this area that were unresolved?
Yeah, I found a couple of police scanner things. They've got histories on some of them. Let me see if I can find anything. I'm going to turn to Google and those police scanner apps and see if I can look for anything there. If there's a New Haven Community Police Alerts Facebook page, like so many places have, etc.
Let's consult the table.
Kira
Yay.
becomes the Oath Bearer's new social media manager.
She's gonna have to be.
I did already make business cards, just saying.
True, she did.
It's true.
Yes, she did.
Fair. I forgot about that part.
That's because they're still in the mail. Could only get 2-day shipping.
Yes, so go ahead and do, give me an intelligence check, please.
At some point, we're gonna need to talk about what it's gonna take. Oh, that's not bad.
What'd you do? All right, yeah, so that is, just so that you know, that's an instant success on the table. So, you do manage to find the page, that page, the social media page that
Bookmark.
that's
Or follow or whatever.
Yeah, you can do all of those. And I'm assuming you're like scrolling through.
Yep, get the time frame narrowed down to the past couple of days. Click on the
Okay, so there's like
All the
some
things.
articles about, be careful, make sure you're aware of your surroundings at all times. Don't get mugged, that kind of thing. There is a fundraiser that they're doing that starts soon, and they're going to have a benefit for it. And as you keep scrolling, you get like within the past few days, and you're finding that specifically the reports. There's not really you don't see anything at this address, especially anything talking about gunshots. Most of the stuff that's been reported is like loud noises or maybe domestics. It sounds like people fighting, but it does not say anything about hearing a gunshot.
she's tapping away, like leaned up against the door frame, just tapping, and I don't see anything that matches the description. Not much from this address, actually. It looks like it's a pretty nice building to live in. Police are having a benefit fundraiser, though. That's interesting.
Ooh.
But nothing that matches.
Okay.
When is this fundraiser?
It started a couple days ago. Looks like it's going well. Looks like they kind of always want money. That makes sense. We can look into that later. You're gonna get me distracted, Bonkin. How dare you?
Well, I may end up distracting you a little here myself, because you're a little more suited than I am. But maybe we should check to see if there's any magical kind of residual in here. See if we can end up sensing anything.
Huh? That's... Please, you... I am more comfortable around mages than I am this techno magic, so...
Okay. So when you're talking about seeing if there's residual magic, are you talking just about magic, or are you talking about the illuminist magic?
I'm wondering if someone didn't silence the room.
Oh.
That may help us determine whether or not we're dealing with a mage or somebody who just happens to be good with weaponry. Or both. Fuck.
Do you have the are you able to do that, Aegis?
I can't actually cast the spell. I know of other sorcerers, I believe, that have been able to cast it.
I
What
can't
kind of spell are
reliably
you
do that
talking
right
about?
now. It's like a detect magic, I think.
Does that work for old spells?
In theory, you should be able to detect at least something. If there is any residual magic around from a spell being cast, I would assume it would pick it up.
You could look for the mundane things, like evidence of components being used, chalk being, things like that.
True.
This
Wait.
place is very strange. The dead blood talked to me, so try it if you can.
Does anybody have a knife by chance?
Oh,
Kira.
absolutely.
Right
Marcus
here.
pulls his fucking saber out and activates it.
Kira
How
pulls
are
out
you
a
gonna-
knife.
Oh, you meant a butter knife. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Right.
it,
She's
honestly,
got a dagger
Marcus,
and a box cutter.
honestly, Marcus, and looks at the options, and goes, any of those might be good.
I think
Because I'm-
Bonkin would kind of just start pulling out a trident and then go, and then put it away, realizing that like Marcus and Kira have actual options.
Oh gosh.
What do you need it for?
I'm gonna cut open the carpet and see if there's a circle down beneath here.
No, I have read way too much about security deposits.
Well, just use your repair magic on it.
Oh, yeah, I can.
All right, here you go. And then I pull the saber back out, and not the radiant one. I'm not trying to blind us or draw attention. And I'll just hand it to Aegis. I've only got one blade active on that side, so just wield it like a giant cake knife.
Or if you want
Aegis having to
something
try to
smaller.
wield this thing like a fucking pool stick.
Yeah, it looks very much like when a small child is like trying to try out a sword, like like Excalibur, and it should be one-handed, but it's two-handed, and
It's like a child doing the meme of, that's not a knife, this is a knife.
yeah.
What's even worse? What's even worse is that my brain instantly went to the thought of him like trying to grab and pull up part of the carpet a little so that way he could slide the blade in underneath, but that would mean him trying to be like,
He's getting his feet involved.
Marcus just
Yeah.
fucking watches. He's like, this is amazing.
Go ahead and, assuming you're not trying to cut through the floor.
yeah, no, he'd try to be like wedging the blade of it basically between the actual floor and the carpeting.
Okay, just give me
Kira's
a
wincing.
dexterity check.
Master Bonkin, get over here. You should see this.
Oh, all right. I just imagine fucking Aegis accidentally stabbing it through, and you just see like the person on the
accidentally
other
stabbed
floor,
through.
just like,
You know what? No, I'm going to use my DM inspiration on this.
We don't need our healer to lose a hand right now.
Okay, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Much
I
better.
didn't give it any bad ones so far. All right. Yeah. So at first it looks like Aegis is about to slip and possibly cut off part of his hand, but just with some weird like stroke of grace, figures out exactly what needs to be done and is able to successfully cut the carpet without damaging himself or the rest of the apartment.
See, you were so afraid, and look, he did wonderfully. It's like the gods have blessed him.
I feel like we shouldn't be pushing our luck with what the gods have given.
Oh, come on now. Next time you get to use both sides of the blade, Master Aegis.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun. But let's see here.
Training room first.
Marcus will take the blade back, just very carefully, like, come on.
He'll go ahead and hand it back, and he's kind of like doing the little pull up and like sweeping the hand around underneath.
It cut out, but you said pull up and sweeping the hand around underneath.
Yeah, sweeping the hand around underneath, trying to get like some room so that way he can see if there's like any type of circle or anything that might have been put down on the wood underneath the carpet.
Sure, and luckily for
I'll
you,
activate the radiant weapon to give him the light source so he can see. All right.
I was just about to say, lucky for you, there's still a lamp laying on the floor. So between that and Marcus assisting with the blade, with the light from that, you're able to really get a really good look under there. You do not see, it's a pretty damn clean wood. It looks like the carpet was, everything looks clean outside of the blood. The blood did seep through the carpet, and now that the wood is stained with that. But you do not see any magical circles, any summoning circles, anything like that.
Now, why is this? This is such a nice piece of wood. Why would you cover it up with carpet? I mean, for crying out loud, look at this mahogany.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what that is, but I'll trust that it's good.
It's pretty wood. Hey, do you see anything?
No, I don't see any circles, at least, so... As far as something like maybe a teleportation circle, it wasn't that.
Okay, well, if you guys want to get off the carpet, I can fix this.
Yes, let me, and
Sorry.
he'll go ahead and step back.
It's all carpet.
So are you doing mend?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah. So
And also what I'm going to do when they step away from the crime scene is I'm just going to take a couple of pictures of it.
okay. Before or after you fix the carpet?
After the carpet's fixed, but I'm very deliberately not doing mending on like the chair or anything like that until I get a picture of it.
Got it. Okay.
And the footprint was pointed out to me earlier, so I'm going to just make sure I get a couple of conspiracy board style pictures for later.
Okay, got it. Yep. And just to be clear, it is a partial boot print. Aegis was able to see it pretty clearly because he got a nat fucking 20 on that. So.
But just gonna snap some pictures. Should I go ahead and fix the chair and Aegis, could you prestidigitation? Do we want to clean this up?
I don't think we should do that. Won't that make it more difficult for the cops? The guards?
I think that's kind of our job now.
I think so. Yeah.
Why don't we leave it for the time being? I might need to put that blood back in her. There's a lot of residual energy in there. I'd hate it to go to waste if things are really that fucked up in the future.
I don't know if you can just stuff it back in there. I don't.
Oh, no, I'll touch it. I'll turn it back to normal. Did you not see the blood on my hands? I rehydrated it with my mind. It's kind of hard to explain.
I think it's a Kunya thing.
You know, can we should probably go back and discuss things, and I really want to look at what's on this phone and figure out.
That's a good point. We should probably... I think we've turned every... I don't think there's anything left in here to mess with. We've kind of done it all. At least I think so.
Yeah, we really need
I'd
to see
have
what's
to
on those
agree.
cameras.
Plus, I could use some sleep. Honestly, my brain is drained.
Was there a kitchen in here at all? Like, as
I
Kira
know.
like starts to
I think
leave.
so.
There-
No, I don't think I saw one. But there was the little snack area out in the hallway. Maybe it's a public thing.
Yeah, there is on this little brown thing. There's a microwave and a mini fridge, but that's the closest thing to a kitchen you guys have seen.
Sad. Wow.
I can't have
Oh,
that
you
by my
poor
dorm.
soul.
What's in the fridge? Is it just full of Hot Pockets?
No, actually, it's got like hummus and grapes and some healthy stuff. And it actually, most of it, just as a note, most of it is not expired or anything.
It's just there's some couple jars that says FAFO.
Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? Just threw one of those at you.
Okay, we should go so I can get this charged and start it up and figure out what's on it. Assuming I can figure out how to break into a cloud. Oh well, that's a when we get back home problem.
Why don't you just swing your hand through it?
I was about to say break into a cloud.
I feel like Tempest can fly you up there and find out.
Yeah.
Hey!
They can get us high enough. Yeah.
Um,
I can show you the world.
more of a intangible, illuminist magescape of a cloud.
Huh. Can't fly you up there.
So it's like a tiny meeting place for wizards called a cloud.
Honestly, that's not far off. It's more of a tiny
Why did-
invisible storage place.
All right, everybody, get out of my niece's apartment.
And then I guess as Bonkin starts walking out, okay, but
Okay.
why are they meeting in the sky?
I'm trying to figure out the same thing, Master Bonkin, but we can't do it here.
Fair enough. Let's go ahead and call it tonight, I think.
I guess we'll ask Tempest tomorrow if we can fly up and see if we can find him.
It's not the
Well, I mean,
real
we gotta
clouds.
we gotta talk to the security guard. Don't forget.
We're gonna let Dr. K do some security stuff.
Oh, we don't have to talk to the guy to get the
Nope.
actual thing.
Nope, we're gonna go home. We're going to put this on the charger and we are going to sleep. Well, you guys are going to sleep. I am going to lay down and stare at this phone until it charges enough that it turns on and I can actually work with it.
As everybody exits, I'm gonna reach inside and I'm gonna lock the door from the inside and then shut it and test it to make sure it's locked.
It is locked.
Obviously not deadbolt, but the knob.
The doorknob.
Yeah.
Seeing that, do you want to lock the deadbolt?
Can you lock the deadbolt?
I'm gonna toss Marcus the keys.
All right. Marcus takes the keys and just tries them until he gets one that fits.
Yeah, there's only 2 on there, so.
Excellent. So yeah. I'll
Somehow
just-
he tries 4 times.
Listen. Okay.
Best
I'm
you can
built
do is
for strength.
900.
You son of a bitch.
Well played.
Yeah. He will.
Oh, shit.
He will. Yeah. He'll lock the deadbolt and then he'll stop. Hold the keys in his hand. Okay, and toss them back to you.
I asked. And she puts him back in the bag.
Okay. Are you guys doing anything else in the building before you head down to Zachary?
I'm just gonna take note as we walk past security of who's in there.
Yeah, so it's a pretty young. It's a young kid. It might even be somebody that attends the university. They're kind of just watching, like, you know, they're fucking around on their phone, and then when somebody walks by, they look up and just like watch them look. Sometimes they'll give a nod and a greeting, but then it's like back to the phone.
I'm just gonna keep like a particular eye. They're not Githyanki.
They're
by
not
any chance, are they?
Githyanki, no.
Okay,
No,
because
they're
then we're
not
gonna have a fucking
Githyanki.
conversation.
You cut out.
You cut out.
Oh, he wouldn't be stopping for anything in particular, but like along the way, just like, oh, there's one of those little orbs, there's another one, there's another, just kind of figuring out where they are.
Okay, got it. So you're looking for cameras as you go.
Yep.
Okay, noted. Yeah, and you do notice as you're walking, so there is like a Bonkin was right. There's one by the elevators, and that's true when you get off the elevators at the bottom floor as well. There is one when you first walk out the front door that's kind of pointing down at the front door and into like the little lobby area. And then that's all you guys really see. That's all you guys really notice.
Okay. But I think that I'll just make note of the kid and just give him like a really stern.
When you actually make eye contact with him, he looks down at his phone and then like looks up again and kind of like sits up straighter and just like looks at you and gives you a nod back. Very nervous. Like he got busted.
To make it worse, Bonkin's gonna wave, but because of my negative charisma, I think it's just a really creepy slow wave with like a toothy grin. He's trying to be nice, but negative charisma has effect.
Like Stitch.
Yeah, like Stitch.
Hi.
Exactly Stitch.
Okay. Yeah, noted. So like he sits up straight in his seat when he has his interaction with Marcus, and then as Bonkin walks by, hi, he's like, and looks back down at his phone. Starts typing furiously.
You're doing a great job, buddy.
Thank you.
He wasn't talking to you. I don't think he was talking to him.
I don't make eye contact or talk to anyone. Me and my
No.
service animal just leave.
And as you guys
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
are...
We're not that loud. We have good ducks.
as you guys are walking out, you know, there are other people walking in, and you do get noticed. It's not like everybody just ignores you as they walk past, that you get noticed, but you kind of just like get like looks up and down and then look away because they're chattering and whatever heading in. All right.
I'll just go get into the front seat of the car.
Yeah, so Zachary's there, and he's like, "Did you guys find what you needed up there?"
Marcus is in the process of taking the cloak off to get his armor back on and kind of handing it back to Tempest, kind of like a
You.
dirty towel. That was fun. Thank you. Flips
Right?
the visor down.
I'm usually butt naked whenever I wear that.
Oh. We'd like to go home, please.
I imagine you would. He doesn't ask any more questions and just starts driving.
Marcus slinks down a little bit in his seat and flips the visor down.
It's feeling dirty, I think. All right, so anything that anybody wants to do on the drive back?
Aegis would just be doing the same thing that he has been on his phone.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, because she's connected to the underworld, Bonkin will be sending a message to the Frozen Phoenix to be like, "Yo, do you know anything? This kid has been kidnapped."
Okay. All right, he sends a text to her just saying, "Do you know anything about this kid who's been kidnapped?"
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, no, I'm asking because I want to make sure I know exactly what message she received.
Yeah, it's just me going. It's just like a typical like dad. Hi, how are you? Hope your evil villain club is going well. Do you know anything about like someone being kidnapped from the college? Tiefling. If not, thank you anyway, Bonkin.
You get back almost immediately. I didn't do it. And
Or no, you said
Quick
you
response.
were trying to. you said you were trying to do good things, so, and not harm people anymore. So I expected you not to do it.
and then the next text that you get back would just say, "I haven't heard anything, but I will keep my ear to the ground."
Thank you. Please let me know if I find anything. Good night.
Marcus, you get a text from the Frozen Phoenix that says, "He's still texting me, but don't worry about it."
I'll send her a message back, slink down in my chair, and say, "I told you to delete his fucking number."
Okay. Okay. So you guys make it back to. Oh, I didn't move myself. I was like, that map's not right. You guys make it back to your quarters. Oops. Oh, he's not there. Hold on. He went to his home. How awkward would that be? You guys show up and he's just sitting there like, "You said that she got shot." So you guys get back to Zachary drives you guys back. He does not ask any more questions. Drops you guys off. Well, I guess he comes up with two because he lives here now. But he kind of goes off to his own quarters and he just says, "Let me know if you need me for anything."
Thanks, Zachary.
Thank you for your assistance. If you're hungry, please, obviously.
If it says FAFO, do not eat it.
It won't be an issue much longer. We'll have a fridge here. Actually, he's gonna look around the building to see if there's any delivery people here, like if the dude's trucks are here.
You only texted him like 2 hours ago.
I know, but I paid him extra to make it quick, so
That's true.
why.
You did.
Last time he put a sound studio together in like 4 hours, so...
Yeah, that was under his control. But yeah, you don't see anybody yet. But
Okay.
you would have received a text back that says you'll get it by the end of the day.
All right. I just go inside and sit down and make myself at home. Marcus like takes the visor off, sets it down, and then just like looks expectingly, like hungry, and smiling at Aegis.
And Aegis is just like nose deep into his phone doing whatever it is.
He's looking up recipes.
Marcus looks sad, and then he'll get up and he'll grab like 2 handfuls of bacon from the counter plate, the bacon plate. And then I'll just sit back down and
Um,
like their chips.
do you guys need me for anything tonight? Otherwise, I'm gonna see if I can start figuring this out and then. Oh, does anything need some repair? And Marcus, you said you had an idea.
Oh, yes, I'll bug you about that when you're not busy doing the phone thing. Actually, if you
Okay.
need help, I could always give you a hand trying to figure out whatever it is. I don't know if
I
I've got a little
might.
bit of psychic juice left today.
I might. I don't entirely know what this is going to require. The hardest thing that I'm anticipating is getting past her security. But I'll figure that out. Or I won't.
Yep, that sounds like the logical 2 options that you've got.
I don't mind helping you. I was actually going to ask if you could help me with on this phone here a little bit.
Oh,
Sure,
thank
this
God.
is let me get this on a charger. Make sure that it's not break to have something horrible happen when it's plugged in, and then I'm gonna need to figure out isolated circuitry. Ah, that's later. Let me do that, and then I'll come back down. Be right back.
Alrighty.
And for the first time, Min stays right next to Marcus as Kira heads upstairs.
Oh, she forgot her cat.
Battery must be low.
Master Tempest, do you have any more of those Skittles I gave you earlier?
No.
Ah, fuck, I ate all the M&Ms too. Master Aegis, do we have candy?
I mean,
If I had to guess, I would say it's probably in Kira's room.
Do you want some pocket bacon, Min? And I'll say that I'll press my presence into her mind and say it like that.
Min-
Kira, he didn't even make it 10 seconds from when you left the room.
So I feel like upstairs, Kira like stumbles because she just isn't expecting it at all. That kind of like mental reverb. So she stumbles for a moment. Thankfully, no one's around. Min, on the other hand, you know what? Kira.
She's so torn.
She accepted Bonkin's pocket bacon earlier.
I feel like I
Yeah.
know.
No, Kira's unaware of this other than the fact that she's getting some weird headaches and Marcus feedback, which is a little weird.
Yeah, and you're not
So-
sure if that's from the connection you guys had when he had the 5-hour energy and you guys were cutting things and squeezing the blood out of them.
Excuse me, we were pulping.
You do really,
Thank you. Nope, she's right. Give us credit where credit's due, please.
you do really suddenly have a taste for like a BLT. And as for Min, do you want me to be Min?
Yeah, go for it. I'm not there.
So Min, Marcus, when you say that, she'll look up at you and then she does like the cat stare, like, why is the bacon not in my mouth already?
I'll take a piece of bacon out of my own pocket seeing that and go, oh shit, sorry. Didn't realize you were hungry. Is she not feeding you?
she accepts it and she kind of like just kind of gnaws on it and hangs out next to you.
All right.
I'd be
I'll
so
just-
confused when I'm cleaning bacon grease out of Min's
She's
internal
well oiled.
parts later.
He's just oiling her. That's
Look, we got
all.
to keep her well oiled. There's the pocket bacon will do it.
Listen, if Marcus and Bonkin keep oiling her, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's
And
nothing
everything-
more than routine maintenance.
Exactly. And the next time she tries to get grappled, she can just release all the grease like a squid with ink, and she gains advantage to her check.
Really
She-
want to build a grease trap into Min.
Fuck
And Marcus, you have a
No. Eventually, there's going to be enough grease where it's just Min can innately cast grease once per day as a spell-like ability.
She's perpetually
Candace.
greased.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
not a spell ability. She just goes. Bleh. What, Karen?
Ah,
Oh man,
Grease
yeah,
Grease
I was
ball.
just about to say that it's like hairball but with grease
Yeah.
Candace, I have
and
a
like little
request.
nuts and bolts.
What, Kira?
That is my request.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Also, Marcus, you for a split second, you start to panic because you hear a come out of her and you think you broke her. There's like it was just the shortest, tiniest little purr, and then she caught herself and stopped.
He's just taking note of it at this point and just kind of keeping his hand down while he's going about his whatever other business we have here and just kind of keeping his hand on her.
Okay.
So, Master Zachary, just so you're aware, he is in here
Yeah, he's
still,
right
right?
there.
Just so you are aware, we should be expecting a delivery at some point today. I've got a second fridge, specifically for Mistress Kira's room, so we can get all that fucking goo and slime out of the fridge down here before one of us accidentally consumes it.
Yeah, what is that about?
It just, she's. It's kind of hard to explain to somebody from your time. She's. Shit. Master Tempest, Master
hard
Aegis,
to
can you help me with this?
It's hard to explain from somebody from our time.
Think of it
That's
like
fair.
this. I might have a way of explaining it. She's somewhere in between.
No, you cut out the source.
She's somewhere in between, like. I forget the name for it, but the people that work on your fancy technology stuff and, like, me with the magic. She's somewhere in a middle ground between those.
Interesting.
She's an inventor?
I think
Hey,
you just
I guess that'd be a
collected it.
good way to put it.
What was that, Master Bonkin?
I think she just likes collecting strange juices, fluids. I don't know what to call that. Pretty sure one of them's jelly.
Goo.
Pulps. I pulped it myself, so
She likes collecting strange liquidy things.
I don't think
but she utilizes it. It's for her experimentation, kind of like how an alchemist. Shit, do they still have alchemists nowadays, Master Zachary?
they do actually.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, like an alchemist, kind of. But she has a few more steps along the way to get to her final solution.
Oh, I mean, we do. I guess we technically still have artificers now, but they don't use the metals. They use metals, but the technology is different. It's more robotic than clockwork, more robotic than steam.
Ooh, I wouldn't say steam or clockwork around Mistress Kira. She'll
Trigger words.
Hey.
she'll get you in the night, my friend. She'll get you in the
No,
night.
no, it won't be her. It'll be Min.
Oh, that's even.
He looks over at the cat.
The very robotic cat.
I guess what I'm trying to
But
say
I feel like looking around, it's almost like everybody here is an artificer, right? I mean, the cars, all the technology, the stoves, you know.
I mean, to us, yes. But, I mean, nowadays, is everybody required to learn a little bit of Kira's technology type magic or whatever?
Right. Yeah, see? Yeah, just like that.
What I'd say is first, what I was getting at is I find her capabilities to be impressive because a lot of what we have now is kind of just there. You know, it's available, and you can watch a video to learn how to do many things, or at least to learn how to control it. But I wouldn't say it's a requirement to be able to. You don't have to do it at her level. You just have to be able to understand it well enough to make it function, if that makes sense.
It makes sense.
The concept of wisdom versus intelligence.
Right. Yes, that's exactly right. And knowing when to use each. I'm good with cars because I have actually built one. It was a hobby when I was growing up. I've always loved cars. It was a passion project. So that's why I'm good with cars. But I couldn't create a creature. And he kind of motions to Min. It's not within my realm of capabilities at this point. It doesn't mean I never could learn, but it's just not something that I am good with.
Well, maybe not physically, but Master Tempest can create creatures. Maybe he can teach you a thing or two. If you want.
I can try to teach you a song or two about animating couches.
It's wonderful. And barrels. Sir Barrelington.
And barrels, yeah. Sir Barrelington, yeah.
And then the couch in
I-
the chair.
Chandal.
Actually, Tempest, thanks to you, I know part of that incantation now. It starts with, is it nailed down?
Exactly. Yeah. Hmm.
Well,
Yeah. See, anybody can do it if you really try.
well, that's great. And I might take you up on that at some point. I'm good with being the driver for now. I like to embrace my strengths, but I also like to learn new things. So
I'm sure none of us here would mind teaching you what we do, I guess. Like, I guess, except Mr. Marcus with his purpley stuff. I think that's a ninth sun thing? Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Marcus.
What are you talking about?
The pink glowy mind stuff
Yeah,
you do.
your psionic capabilities.
You can see it?
A little bit.
Sometimes.
More like we see the aura of it.
Oh.
I don't
That's
know,
like this.
see, like
It's
some
like this
pink
magenta
sparkle.
thing. Yeah.
Oh. Shit. Purple. Wish it was something a little bit more blue. Sorry
I guess
about
it's
that.
more pink, what Mr. Tempest said.
Gods. Really?
What's so bad about pink or magenta?
Well,
That's
there's nothing wrong about it. You're not supposed to see it, period. But the fact that you are, I've never seen it. I don't know.
Can you do it? Can you do it now? Can you like move one of those cups with your brain?
Sure. Yeah, I took a short rest, so I will burn my free telekinetic movement, and I'll just, I will, grab the toaster, and I'll raise it up with my mind, and he looks at it straight-faced, and he just goes, so you're telling me, and he'll kind of move the toaster over the table, that you see something around this toaster. And then he sets it down. And yeah, it manifests like a little pink barrier that kind of...
It's like a little pink
Yeah.
barrier
Hey.
thing.
I wonder
Pink
if my
bubble.
enemies can see it as well.
Can you not see that?
No. When I utilize my abilities, my brain simply reacts to the environment and my will, and I don't see physical manifestation.
Here,
you
You
cut
cut
out.
out, Aegis.
go ahead and peer into my mind.
Okay. And you'll feel Marcus's presence kind of enter into your mind, and he'll say, I'm here.
And Aegis is just going to play on repeat for a second the image he had seen with the toaster moving over, so that way he can actually see it as well, hopefully.
Does he see it? Does he see the manifestation through his vision?
Yes, because it would be his vision that he's sharing with you, so you would see it through Aegis's eyes.
That's cool as shit. Okay, so you see tears kind of like well up in his eyes for a second as he kind of stares at Aegis's forehead, and you feel his presence kind of recede from your mind, and he goes, "Wow, that was actually beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking, right?
Thank you."
I had a hunch you might be able to see it through my senses. If you hadn't seen it, I knew you needed to.
I wonder if I can see it now that I've just never thought about needing to see it. I'll go ahead and I'll burn my free psionic recovery point to gain a point, and then I will burn that point immediately for another telekinetic movement, and then I'll grab the toaster again, and I'll just lift it up into the air. Now that I have seen a manifestation, do I see it, or because I'm manifesting it, do I still not see it?
Because you're manifesting it, you still can't see it.
So Marcus will see the toaster rise up, and he'll go, "Oh, thank you, Master Aegis." And he'll set the toaster back down.
You're welcome, Marcus.
Mm-hmm. I'm not playing favorites, sir, but Aegis, take another inspiration, because that's two things, and I I don't want to overdo it, but that was two things this session that I wanted to give it to you for. So.
I also saw your comment about another one because of the mahogany.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the other one. I was like, I almost did it. Kat,
Alright.
when you... Oh, go ahead.
I guess that's another thing we can ask squid people about now that we know that you can't see it. Or couldn't. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, then I guess we can ask them why you couldn't see it before.
Mm,
That would be wonderful.
Okay, insight check that a little bit.
Yeah,
I was waiting.
I'm
Go ahead.
debating.
Go ahead. Tempest, you definitely can. Bonkin...
My insight's not very high.
Your passive insight's not very high, but I mean, if Bonkin would insight him, then go ahead. But Tempest definitely. Yeah.
A high insight, but terrible roll.
I was even trying to roleplay the bad end of that. That is not. Yeah,
You had it. I was gonna let the moment pass, and then they were on to. So, Tempest and Bonkin especially, your insight when it comes to emotions, especially emotions surrounding your capabilities because of your history, you can tell that he's not telling the truth, and you're not sure if he's lying for his own sake or for Aegis's. Do with that what you will. Tempest, you can tell he's not telling the truth, and you can also kind of sense a feeling of not pain necessarily, but a feeling of responsibility.
Tempest will just kind of watch Marcus as he's saying all that, just kind of smile and just not say anything.
I think Bongo would kind of reiterate, yeah, I'm sure we can ask him. We're going tomorrow, right?
Yes, I believe that's the plan, and hopefully we can bring some more information. I know Mistress Kira will be hard at work. Master Aegis, didn't you say that you were going to assist her with the gadgetry? I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, I'm not sure entirely what to call it either, but I know at least until we get back, those of us that do, we're gonna have to find a way to use it somehow. So need to get started learning it, I suppose.
All right. Marcus will stand up. He'll look at Zachary. If you wouldn't mind just keeping an eye out for the delivery people and making sure that fridge gets upstairs to Mistress Kira, that would be great. I need to go take this armor off and have a shower. So if you'll all excuse me, and you see he kind of just starts to trope up the stairs, and you hear he calls behind him in Elven, Min, go see your mother.
No, okay, I fully understand your relationship now. Thank you. Clarified completely. Papa Marcus and Mama Kira and their little men.
And their little men. Oh Lord. Yeah, so Zachary kind of looks around at the table.
It's all right, Mr. Zachary. I'll get the delivery. I'm planning on, I guess, making some coffee. Try this caffeine, Miss Kira. See if I can get used to it.
Oh, that's fine. If, I might wait with you, if that's all right. I was thinking about stepping out and maybe just getting some fresh air.
Of course. Do you want to smoke? And he's going to hold up his pipe.
He actually takes out his own pipe. Don't mind if I do.
I might join you in a bit.
All right. So he steps outside. Just kind of wanders off. Cat.
Yeah, so Bonkin will try and make coffee and then probably join Zachary outside.
Okay. He'll try to make coffee.
Yes, attempt.
Okay. Aegis, are you going to interfere at all?
In those two leaving?
No, in Bonkin making coffee.
Oh. He's
You cut out.
Cut out.
he's gonna keep an eye, like, let me just make sure, and then as long as everything looks like it's going good, then he's not gonna do anything. He's not
Okay.
gonna worry about it.
It's harmless enough. He manages to get the water where it's supposed to be. After thinking pretty hard about it, for a few minutes. He does forget to put a filter in, so it's going to be chewy coffee, but he eventually manages to get everything set up the way that it's supposed to be and even pushes the button and it starts to brew.
I'd like to think that Bonkin thinks that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. At least he didn't go for the instant coffee.
Well, I think I need to get on upstairs myself. Don't want to keep Kira waiting. Good job,
Alright,
by the
have
way,
a good
Bonkin.
night. Oh, thank you. You want to ask Miss Kira if she wants some?
Hi.
You want some? And I'll point to light Tempest and Aegis.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm
Uh,
more of a tea person myself.
oh, yeah, I don't really. It's late for coffee, so for me, I think, yeah, thank you though. Appreciate it.
Alright, have a good night.
Oh, Bonkin. Yeah.
And I think Tempest will hang around, at least in the kitchen, for a little while until Bonkin finishes his coffee and then goes out to meet. When he goes out to meet Zachary, he'll head upstairs as well.
Okay. Kira, when you plug the phone in, it was like the forbidden dead. Like, you're never supposed to let it get that dead. How dare you let it die that hard? But it does start to charge, but you're not going to be able to use it right away. It's like one of those where it's going to have to charge for a little bit.
Okay, but it does look like it's charging successfully,
Yes,
stuff
it
like
appears,
that.
It appears to be charging. It appears it did not take damage during the scuffle. Yeah, so it does start to charge, but it won't let you turn it on yet.
Okay, so she'll kind of get that set up, put away like a couple of things, and then she would probably, like, she'd start to go and head back downstairs, and then absolutely get distracted by something until Min comes back in the room. It's like, but Min, what did you come and get me? Oh, I was on my way right back downstairs, and then she chatters with Min, and then just goes to go out of her room and like runs almost runs Aegis over.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was coming back down.
Yeah, I just put the phone on the charger. As she's been gone for like 20 minutes. Yeah, I just put on the charger and then I was just getting some stuff set up. It's gonna take a little bit before we can do anything with it.
Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna let you in on something. I've been looking for something. I think you might be able to help me.
It's just a door.
Okay, that's an incredibly suspicious looking thing that just
Well,
appeared in my room. Sorry.
I said that you were going to be putting a door in, and
Or removing the wall if it's not load
yeah, I
bearing.
hadn't
Yep.
put it on the map yet. So go ahead. Sorry. Go on.
Okay.
What's the easiest way to go about looking up buildings that might be for sale?
So you can go to a realtor site, but I would honestly recommend probably reaching out to the Golden Commander because we are not anywhere near rich enough to be able to afford a building.
Well, I'm not talking a big one or nothing. I'm talking like a little small, like not even the size of this place.
This is a very large building.
I know, I'm not talking anything like this size. I'm talking like one floor, nothing in it. Preferably the smaller the better.
Yeah, there's websites for that. Still think we might be worth reaching out to see anyone who knows somebody, but here,
Yeah.
come on,
Thank you.
why don't you just come on in? I'll show you a couple
Alright.
of things. I don't have the lab space set up, so
Sorry, guys.
just and she like
That's-
sits on the
that's
bed and like
fair.
goes cross-legged.
Yeah, Aegis would come in and he has to hop up because I assume this is like a
A grown-up bed.
standard size
Yeah.
bed. So he has to like and hop to get up there, but he makes his way up. Well, I mean, you might not have the lab set up yet, but to be fair, all I've been doing is searching on this How the hell do you pronounce this? Google? Is that how you say it?
I think so. You know, you Google something. There's other ones, you know. There's like, uh, Goose Goose Go or something like that, and a bunch of others. But this is the one to use.
That's good to know, at least. So, where do I even begin?
Okay, so you want a small home. Does it need to be in good condition?
It doesn't really need to be in any condition. Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
I did.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
needing it for a home or something. I'm needing it in case we need to bring somebody back for interrogation.
Oh, okay. That's makes sense.
Fuck you! You want to build a prison?
Okay, so you probably want something that's more in a secluded area.
Secluded, probably abandoned business style type building.
Okay, so we're looking for abandoned businesses. We don't want to have to deal with any sort of health code checks or inspections. And she's gonna start like typing, like she's not. It's like she's typing out her thoughts as she's kind of putting this query together. Okay. Obviously, we would want it to be nearby, but not too close by. It would need to have parking that wouldn't be terribly obvious, so that Zachary's. God damn it, I just read the chat. Sorry. Read Kevin's thing. And she'll start kind of putting together options, and then, okay. So this is called Willow. It's got a bunch of real estate options. This might work.
Oh, well, that's actually. I wish I had known about this before. Thank you.
I mean, I don't know how good it is. I just found it, but a lot of times, so I found if you just put what you're looking for into, I can't read the chat. If you just put in what you're looking for and then kind of like see how it gets it wrong and then refine it, it works really well.
Interesting.
But if you go and type in something that sounds like something Tempest would say, don't.
I feel like Aegis would just have the natural laugh that I just had, just the immediate laugh / chuckle.
And she just kind of has that, yeah, exactly what you think kind of expression.
I don't want to know, but I can only imagine. I feel like it's a lot of music.
Music is included sometimes.
Sometimes.
So, about this building. And it's not even a subtle
Okay.
attempt at a conversation change. She does not want to explain what porn is.
Aegis is just going along with it, like, let's get back focused on topic.
Are you guys searching in this right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or at least Aegis would be.
yeah. So you
And
have
I'll
been
obviously help.
you've been trying to kind of search for things, but you know, without the experience on the browser that Kira has, it's really just been bringing up apartments for you, which obviously you don't want to interrogate somebody in an apartment building. Although apparently you can shoot somebody and it's not a problem.
I've been trying to hit bullseyes with a blindfold on.
Right, because you're not familiar. But with her assistance, I will let you go ahead and roll on the chart that she always gets to use for research. So go ahead and roll an intelligence check, and you can do it. Well, we'll do a straight roll right now, but it would have been at disadvantage if you were like sitting down trying to do this on your own. So. That's pretty damn good.
I was really close to being really low, too.
Okay, give me 1 second.
I'm the bestest teacher ever.
Okay, and now give me one more roll, an intelligence check.
straight on this one too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Am I allowed to use inspiration on this?
Yeah, you can use an inspiration on anything that would be a d20.
Fuck it, I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Yes, it activated halfling luck.
Nice. There you go. Okay, so yeah, that's much better. So with your powers combined, you and Kira are actually able to find a few places, surprisingly enough, on the west side of town that are vacant, and there are many areas, like the buildings surrounding those buildings are also vacant, and you guys can attest to that because you were just over there recently. Good Google search. It's goggle, Kira.
Google.
Yeah, Google.
Moogle?
No.
That's the cow version.
I think we get in trouble for using that one.
We
too.
would, yeah. Goggle or Hoogle. But yeah, so you do find some.
Kinseru said Noogle.
Noogle. Okay, I like
That's
it.
canon.
It's Noogle. It's Noogle.
Yeah, it's Noogle now.
That sounds like a Tempest site. Let's be real.
That's Noodle. It's different.
Oh.
I just had to look behind you to make sure your kid wasn't still there. I would have felt bad.
Oh, it's all my earphones anyway,
Okay,
so we're
okay,
good.
good. All right. So, yeah. So you do find there are a few that are available for they're reasonably priced. I can give you actual listings. I'll send those over to you separately. But you feel like those do have some promise. And yeah, it's a little bit out of the way, but that might be better anyway to not have it right on top of your quarters.
Oh, well, thank you very much for this. Final thing real quick. Is there any way that I could, like, save this or something to make it easier to find later?
The site or this particular page? Because the answer is yes.
Specifically, these ones here.
Okay. Have you set up? You know what? Here. So you see this? That
The
looks
answer
kind
is
of.
probably no.
Yeah, that's yep. So you see that thing that looks kind of like a really fat capital I with a line at the bottom? That's called pinning something. I don't know what it means. Because that's definitely not like a sewing pin. I don't know, but if you click that, it usually means to save something.
Oh, okay. And he'll start looking around for it.
And she'll point it out and help kind of direct and show him how. And if it prompts the account, then she's just gonna just hand it over, and she'll help him set up an account. She'll just honestly set up the account. And if
Kira,
yep.
as you're helping Aegis, Min comes over and spits a little piece of bacon on you. She just like spits it out, like offering it to you.
Oh my god, Kevin,
It's a bit metallic, but it's good.
She stops mid sentence and just like
Oh god, I gotta hang on.
blinks at Min. Min, did you? What is that?
Did you get it? Okay.
Did you try to eat another
Sarah
liver?
got it.
No, that's bacon. Who's giving? Aegis, did you give Min bacon?
You clicked it.
And like this is a mix of common
No.
and elven, so it's like every 3 words.
I have. What did you say?
Common. Did you give Min bacon?
Oh, I haven't given it anything all day.
What do you all day? What do you mean all day?
Everyone's feeding the cat.
Well, I mean, I haven't tried giving it nothing. Definitely not no bacon.
Oh,
I got told mine right here. And he'll reach in his pocket, pull out his pocket bacon.
Min jumps up and eats
my
it.
stash.
She's gonna say in Elven, and it's very much a like confusion tone that's very evident. Min, are you hungry? Like, not sure if she's expecting a response, because this is new to her.
She just kind of looks at you, and then with her tail, knocks something off this table and walks away.
Ah, shit. Min's going through puberty.
I should probably figure that out. That's odd.
It was a raw website. Like, it was bad. Literally, it was like. It
But
was
I'm
just-
sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, just you were showing me this. What was it? Pinning, I think it was.
Oh, yes. And she'll like try and help him find the icon to be able to save it. And if it does require a password, she types in just panini. And then, yeah, she would slide the phone back over after explaining stuff.
Okay. Min's not really acting any differently. She might have been offended that you didn't thank her for the bacon.
You know, I feel like Kira would just like, she'd pick up the bacon and it goes into a different pocket than the fresh pocket bacon, but it's kind of like, you know, the parental reflex of like the things on the floor, I'm not going to leave it on the floor. So it just picks it up and pockets it.
Yeah, you don't do the chocolate test on the bacon. Got it.
No, I know what Min's consumed, or I thought I did. And she fought demons today.
All right. Excellent. I will send you the listings, Aegis, and a separate message, so that way you can kind of see. It's the same thing, the same way I did it with Marcus. So
Thank you very much.
you are welcome. Is anybody doing anything else? Excuse me. So Bonkin,
Tempest just went upstairs to kind of practice his instruments a little bit, but that's about it for him.
Yeah, you didn't. Kira says you didn't do XP at the beginning of the session.
Oh,
Last time.
yeah, sorry
way
about that.
upstairs.
Sorry about that. Yeah, you're right. I did not give XP at the beginning of the session because I got horribly distracted.
Sorry, I was looking at my notes and I was just suddenly very, very confused. I was like, wait, hang on. Sorry,
sorry
didn't
about
mean to derail.
No, it's fine.
I figured we'd get to it eventually.
Yeah, sorry. You guys can always remind me. Feel free to remind me on that stuff. I apologize if I don't go through my spiel in the right order, then I skip shit. But you guys, everybody got 500 XP last session for some really, really, really great roleplay. And thank you for that reminder. Okay. So Bonkin, as you're standing outside, Zachary steps out. He's got a pipe as well. His is not a fancy pipe that makes images or anything. His is just a regular old pipe, but he seems like he's enjoying it. He's kind of leaning up against the wall and just looking into the sky, and seems like he's just enjoying himself genuinely.
Min just sees like a dragon. Kira just sees a dragon pass by her window before disappearing.
That's true. It would be right outside your window. Again. How do you do that?
To be honest with you, I don't really know. It's something from me pipe, I think. I found it off, I can't remember where I found it. I think it was someone from me town.
Okay. Well, that's honestly really cool. I've not seen anything like that before. Mine is kind of a bad habit, I guess, but I always feel like it's a little more sophisticated than cigarettes.
What's a cigarette?
Oh no. Oh no.
They're really gross. They're really gross and really expensive. You know, and they're also really addictive. I feel like you're like me. You just enjoy the emotion and you enjoy the relaxation from it.
Yeah, it helps me calm down, and whenever I think of me home, it helps me, I guess, remember the good parts of it.
So I don't.
Stops me from getting a bit too homesick.
Yeah, I don't know your full story, but I can imagine that homesickness it runs rampant in your group. Kira.
I don't know. I guess some people, a lot of them, like being here.
Do you?
To be honest with you, not really. I feel a bit out of me time, I guess.
Mm. They call people who aren't actually old souls. They call old souls now. I don't know if that was a phrase in your time. There was a time before yours, I'm sure, but people who can slow down and enjoy the world for what it is, they're rare now.
Well, I can kind of understand. I mean, you got buildings bigger than castles. You got metal horses moving faster than, I guess, anything I've really seen. Got this interweb with this little wizards in it. There's a lot.
It is a lot. If I can ever help with just slowing things down, just let me know. I want to help you guys as much as I can. I know it's not easy, and you're doing so much to help us in our time, and it hasn't really been self-serving. And if I can do more than just drive you places, just let me know.
I think Bonko was gonna put like a hand on Zachary's shoulder. Thank you, Mr. Zachary. But yeah, I think your driving is more than enough. If you get us where we need to go and we do good, then you're doing good too. Because I don't think we would have gotten there without you.
I appreciate that.
And I think the offer is back to you as well. If you need something, just want to talk, or I don't know, go for a drive, I'm always down, and I'm probably around the house.
Well, we could plan for a smoke each night.
Sounds good to me.
Maybe some fishing. I've never been.
Oh, you're gonna love it. Though you have to wake up super early. Which Miss Kira really disliked.
I didn't think she slept, to be honest.
I don't know, but going in a room without permission scares me.
Going in her room with permission kind of scares me.
You get used to her. I think, to be honest, I think Min shows more emotion than she does sometimes.
You know, I could see that, and I think that makes it more scary.
I just think it's because Min, she put all of her emotion into Min. And I guess it needs a bit of time coming back.
You are much more insightful than you let on, Bonkin.
I try, but there's a lot that goes over my head. Like this building.
Sometimes I feel like maybe I should be back in a time like yours. Maybe that's where I belonged.
Mr. Zachary, I think you are exactly where you are. Mr. Marcus says that everything happens because of destiny. I don't think he's forced to do anything, but I do think that we are where we are because that's where we need to be.
He just gives kind of a insightful, slow nod and goes back to smoking. Clearly lost in thought, but also enjoying your company. Best thing to do is
Best I could do is 900.
I know it's a few minutes early, but I feel like that's a really good place to stop for this week.
I have a very important question.
Yes.
Mostly because it's going to make life easier. Are we going into a long rest?
I swear
Yes.
to God, I said off mic, I said I've got one too. That was
Yeah, y'all can do your long rest. And I know that I think there were still levels that needed to be done.
That's the
Yeah.
only reason I care about it, honestly.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead and roll your hit dice since we have a few minutes, and then just as a note, you guys are also going to be getting 750 XP for this session. So if that will play into your level, yeah, please go ahead and level now.
Nice. Well, that's exciting. Congratulations, levelers.
Yeah,
So
I was
you
about
want
to
us
say
do
it.
the 750 now, Candace?
Yeah, just
and
do the
then-
750
So then,
now.
beginning next session, we'll make sure we don't. I'll
Correct.
put a
Yeah.
note too to help remember.
Thank you.
I was about to say I'm just putting in the 750 now, just so that way I know for sure that I at least have it.
Yep. But that way you guys can be leveled and ready and fresh.
Well, I ain't leveling for about, if it's just RP, a few more sessions, so...
Well, we'll see. That's kind of up to you guys.
No, I love RP sessions. It's awesome.
I do too.
I do too.
You guys
And oh my
investigated the
God.
shit out of that site.
I was about to say we got so much done
We did.
in the course of a day. I'm not even saying the one session, just in the course of a day.
Yeah, you guys did a lot.
This is how some of the sessions would go down in Unlikely Heroes too. We would play for like 3 months of real world time, and then everyone would be like, "Well, what time is it?" I'm like, "Fuck, it's only 7:30, same day from like months ago."
Yeah.
But Candace, I mean, you gave us a lot to work with. I mean, you're like,
Oh,
here's
yeah.
a tiny dorm room, go, and we were like, tear up the fucking carpet.
All I could think of was Oscar from The Office. And he's like, "What? Why would they do that?" When they all have the cappuccino, he's like, "Why would they do this? They covered up such a beautiful floor. We have to rip up the carpet."
And everybody tears the carpet up.
Oh, what a great session,
man.
you guys.
No, I think I still have the image from just someone downstairs just seeing like a lightsaber sword pierce through the ceiling, going, "What the fuck?"
That's what it would have been if
you
not
hadn't-
for that DM inspiration, because I rolled a 2.
Yeah, it was gonna be real bad. Real bad.
I rolled a
Mike's-
2 with a +2.
My
It would have
exact
been a
thoughts is
4.
the
Just
person
imagine going
downstairs.
through every single floor, just zoom.
He just drops it. He drops it on
Oh, if
accident.
you would have let go, that would have been terrible.
In that case, we need to quickly use the other one and make a hole in the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Blame it on someone else.
Oh, it just dropped right through. We don't know what happened. Might have killed somebody too. Look at all this blood.
Damn, someone upstairs must be having a serious party.
Something like that. Somebody was.
Either a party or somebody's trying to be one of those blade jugglers.
Or both. A blade juggler party.
Oh no, don't get that started with lightsabers.
I know we had a Oh, sorry, I don't need to push
Yeah,
that.
SG was
I saw that,
streaming
yeah.
earlier for the it said I was streaming for the first time in a year, and I clicked on him, and literally he was like, "All right, bye everyone,"
boo,
and then logged
okay.
off, and I was like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah, there's not
But-
really anyone streaming either.
Yeah. Well, I changed mine. It's gonna be. I've got it in chat. It's Maya Fuji. He changed
Oh,
his
okay.
name to all sorts of stuff that I can't pronounce. in
Yeah.
the game, so,
Got it.
but I just know that's Maya. Playing Legend of Zelda,
Perfect.
another great RPG.
Ocarina of Time.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Tomorrow, if you
Stream.
guys are on, I might be dealing with
Thank you,
Elder
thank you,
Brain
thank you.
stuff.
Yes, in
So we're
in your
gonna go
Baldur's Gate
ahead
playthrough, the first one.
and
Fuck
raid.
yes. If you go live, we'll watch.
Yep, I've either going into
Thank you
the
both for that.
into the artifact,
for
into the
hanging out,
prism,
everybody. This was
to
a
try
really
and
great
you know
session, as
free a
always.
prince and piss off an emperor,
Don't get
and or I'm dealing with an
a lot
Elder Brain.
done in this day, like,
Good
like,
fucking luck, whatever happens.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm
We'll be there,
kind
though.
I'm kind of out of side quests to do.
It's a good place to be.
Sentence.
Hell yeah.
Candace, I messaged my feet things that I did.
I
Gotta-
completely misunderstood that, but
I'm not Tempest.
listen,
It's
we're
okay.
talking about shoes earlier, okay?
No, and I also said I messaged them to Candace. Marcus, I messaged you some feet things.
Mhm.
Like, oh, okay. That's yeah. Why are these shoes so lacy?
The bot might be down again. It worked the other day.
This is just
Oh, I
This
forgot
is-
about that. I did have that underwear on my boy shorts.
this is just Tempest's messages to Bonkin all over again.
There's been so many moments that I'm just like, God, I want to say something, but Aegis would have no fucking clue.
Hey Xavier, hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Welcome in everybody from the raid. We were playing Dungeons and Dragons. Nice. Very nice.
No, we don't really
Every
run
square
away from
inches,
things.
motherfucker.
Yeah, no shit. It was like, all right, dust the ledges, fucking fly out and look around the window. I was like, okay, there's a bullet hole. Maybe someone shot her. No, they were in here. Oh, fuck, the friends. And then Aegis is like, tear up the fucking carpet. Just this. Yeah, it is. I wouldn't have even thought about it.
I also love how unhinged Tempest is. It's like, did you check the bed?
Yeah, no, he's like, listen, we gotta do what we gotta do here. It's a good point.
Good girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that was stupid. That was such a stupid me moment. Then I was like, oh, thank God this guy has absolutely no social capability.
Also, thank you for the shout out, sir.
That-
Even though we couldn't get the bot to work.
Poor Dr. K just freaking out like, oh, there's blood everywhere. I talked to her blood and she's mostly not dead.
Hey, still hit. Nice.
I found like
Wait, no,
Marcus
she wasn't
just
stabbed,
revealing
she
it.
was shot.
Yeah, I find Marcus revealing it all funny as hell because literally in my head I'm like, okay, maybe we should not tell Kunya this. Bonkin wouldn't want to do this because he doesn't want to concern family, and then Marcus just spits it out, and I'm like, okay, there goes that idea.
He's just, you know, he's a straight shooter. That's why he called him back and was like, what the fuck? Why doesn't she have her armor? Like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Same problem, off screen. Bad RNG.
For better or
Yeah, and we
worse.
know what Marcus's great grandniece is getting for a gift.
She's getting. I'm gonna
Armor and a
spend
weapon.
Every penny on the best magical armor I could possibly fucking afford, and be like, here, just take all my shit.
Just wait until you guys get the lore dump from what I found when I googled you and your families.
Oh
Just
God.
saying.
Oh God. On that note, I'm gonna see myself out, folks.
Oh please, I don't think I need to see Ninth Son videos.
Oh.
You Googled everybody, you said?
She
Celeste.
Googled us.
I goggled.
I'm sorry, but you ain't getting shit from Bonkin.
Maybe not from Bunkin, but there are some descendants.
Yeah.
I was about to say
That's
at-
funny
at
because
least-
Bonkin doesn't have a legitimate child. Let's go.
Well.
I'd be surprised if you got anything from Tempest too, yeah.
Oh, last session, and it was literally like I was going through okay, so I'm gonna look up Dr. K, I'm gonna look up this stuff, I'm gonna look up the Streetmost to see if they're around, I'm gonna look up, you know what, I'm gonna look up the Kunyas, and yeah, Kira's kinda creepy.
And then you got sidetracked. Like, I wonder if I can find Aegis.
I was about to say, what I'm curious about is if Kira remembers Aegis's name or not. Because it has been brought up, but only one time.
That's
true.
Would probably be